Good morning. We have no time to waste because I see a space giraffe. I see a Paldean giraffe rig. Who the fuck cares about giraffe rig? I care about giraffe rig. Giraffe. Good morning, Epic Fail. Good morning, Harry. You ready for this? This is a 14-minute trailer. Exactly, Alex. A 14-minute trailer. That's not a trailer. That's a whole movie. Holy shit. All it's named is Jump into a Paldean Journey, which makes me think this might be a final trailer? Could be. We're about to find out. I'm not supposed to be live. I was supposed to be live at 11 hours from now, but they dropped this yesterday, and I'm like, alright, I guess we're live now. So we're here. Stop it. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm sure it's already doing this. Let me... How am I doing this? Excuse me. I just do this. I can't. I watched it full screen. Yeah. I don't know what to expect from this. I saw a Paldean giraffe rig, and that's unless it's gonna be it's gonna be a distant cousin like Wiglet is, where it's gonna be like Giraffe Space or something like that. It's not actually a giraffe rig, it's convergent evolution showing its face. That's why we stuck a rock in Krabby. And made cloth. Do you think there's gonna be a saying in the new game? Why don't you go jump off a cloth? I was just thinking about that. It just popped in my mind. I'm like, I wonder if they insult people like, why don't you go jump off a cloth? Then they'd be like, oh. Okay. Let's watch this. Here we go. Hopefully it's loud enough. If not, we'll blast it. That's pretty loud.
All right, everyone. It's almost time to begin your journeys in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games. Are you ready?
Nope.
You'll get to catch Pokemon,
Whoa.
raise them, and battle them.
Whoa.
As
Cool.
you embark on an adventure where the familiar charms of the Pokemon series evolve into a new experience. As a student at an academy in the Paldea region, you'll take part in an independent study program called the Treasure Hunt.
I think we're going to,
And
Harry.
you'll search this vast world for a precious treasure of your
month
very
away.
own. But hey, at this point, you probably knew all that already, right? Here's something we hope even you well-informed viewers will enjoy. A sneak peek at 4 particular trainers' journeys in Paldea.
Okay.
Now, let the adventures begin. This trainer is battling a Pokemon called Lechonk.
Oh, look at that! Oh, whoa,
Lechonk
whoa,
is a
whoa, 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 whoa,
gourmand.
whoa, 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 hold on. Take a look at that UI overhaul. That was not the UI we saw at all a few trailers ago. That's way nicer. Oh my god. Remember how we said it was gonna look incredibly simplistic? That's way better. Nice. That's way nicer looking. Holy shit. Alright. Anyways.
Is a gourmand.
Lechonk. Oh
It's
yeah.
proud of its nose, which it uses to sniff out delicious food.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, look! Quaxley terastallized. Terastallizing is a phenomenon unique to the Paldea region, but all Pokemon can do it. Woo! It adds extra punch to moves of the Pokemon's Terra type.
Music's great.
What's that over there? Is that a glowing Pokemon?
What?
It seems to be a Jigglypuff. But why is it shining so bright? Better approach it slowly and start a battle.
Terastallizing?
Whoa! It terastallized! Looks like this Jigglypuff has the water type for its Terra type. Apparently, these sparkly wild Pokemon will terastallize in battle.
So it's not just raids, it's wild too. Wild will do it as well. Oh shit! Busted?
This Jigglypuff seems pretty tough, but Quaxly's strong too.
Yep.
Dealing enough damage to a wild Terra Pokemon causes its terastallization to come undone.
Oh.
Now, throw a Pokeball!
It's a sure catch. We saw that.
The
Sure
wild
catch
Jigglypuff
exists.
was caught. Some Pokemon, like this Jigglypuff,
It says
have a Terra type completely different from their regular type.
Yeah, okay. Wait.
Any Pokemon
Jumpluff was confirmed.
is capable of having any of the
I think
18
we do.
different types as its Terra type.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again?
Any Pokemon is capable of having any of the 18 different types as its Terra type.
It's hidden power. We're good.
What's this? Quaxly's out there in the world, charging straight toward that Litleo. Looks like Quaxly battled Litleo on its own and won.
I stole
That's
its
because
hair.
the trainer gave Quaxly the Let's Go command. Using Let's Go will send your lead Pokemon out onto the field to battle. If a Pokemon gets sent out toward an item, it'll go pick it up. Just like Quaxly here.
Swift
What a useful
confirmed.
command for searching your surroundings. These Pokemon are so helpful, giving their all for their partner. Next, the trainer opens his map to see where he wants to go. You can set a place as your destination to keep yourself on track as you go. Then we can hop atop the legendary Pokemon Miraidon and get going. And what have we here? It's a base belonging to Team Star, the school troublemakers.
Pretty much
Starfall
of it,
Street,
though.
one of the 3 major stories that will make up your Paldean adventures, will unfold in bases like this one. Time to face Team Star. Our trainer rang the bell and barged into the base. That takes some guts.
It's
But things
actually
look
timed.
bad. There
It's
are lots of
actually
grunts
timed,
around, and they
chat.
keep sending out Pokemon. They just won't quit blocking the way. We'll need to use Let's Go to defeat Team Star's Pokemon. There we go.
Get 'em,
All the
Wiglet.
grunts have been defeated at last. Oh wait, is that some kind of tricked out car? It is. And atop it is Mela, the boss of Team Star's fire crew. She's obviously tough. It's easy to see why she's a boss. Time for these trained up Pokemon to battle. You'll have to wait for your own adventure to see how a battle like this plays out.
Oh my god, the truck's gonna.
Now,
the
let's
car's
check
gonna
in on
attack
another
us.
trainer. How's her adventure going? Aha!
Excuse me?
She's using the TM machine at a Pokemon Center. The TM machine lets you make your own TMs,
What?
also known as technical machines,
What?
using materials Pokemon drop when you defeat or catch them.
We're burning CDs?
Now, where will she go next? Seems to be a desert-like area under a blazing sun. Just looking at it is enough to make you thirsty. Oh, her Rotom phone is ringing. Sounds like Arvin, her friend in the next grade up, needs some help. To give Arvin a hand, the trainer's headed to a rock face where a Titan lurks. This is one of the stops on the Path of Legend, a story where you'll seek out legendary herbs called Herba Mystica. There it is, a gigantic Titan Pokemon. Time to battle. Right off the bat, there's Icy Wind, the move our trainer taught Drifloon earlier.
You're so dead,
Icy
you're a
Wind
flying
lowered
type.
the Titan Cloth's speed stat. Drifloon terastallized to become a grass type.
Yep.
This is Terra Blast, a new move that changes type to match the user's Terra type when the user is terastallized. It ought to be handy for a Pokemon with a Terra type different from its regular types. Looks like Cloth suddenly got somewhere else to be. Wait, what's our trainer doing now of all times?
Giraffe rig?
Looks like she's taking a little break from adventuring to trade Pokemon with a friend.
You got Grafaiai?
And over here, her trade partner has received Girafarig. Seems like she immediately added Girafarig to her team, and she's gonna let it run around in the field and train up for some battles.
It evolves!
Oh,
It
could
evolves!
Girafarig be evolving? Hang on.
It's a
Did its tail
space
become its head?
giraffe.
Or is its head wearing its tail?
Furry giraffe.
What an unexpected
What?
evolution! Seems like Girafarig has evolved into Farigiraffe. In the Paldea region's Pokédex, you can see photos of Pokemon as well as information
Oh,
about
that's
them,
cool.
so you can get to know them even better.
What the fuck? It goes in
Let's
reverse.
check out the town of Artisan next. It looks like one big park. Now that the trainer's Pokemon have gotten stronger, it seems she's made her way to a gym. She's following Victory Road, the story where you'll conquer all 8
Nice
gyms to
name,
achieve
yep.
champion rank. Nimona, the battle-loving trainer who'll show you the ropes, is all fired up. Before you can battle a gym leader, you'll first have to pass the gym test at their gym.
Oh
Better
man,
get
these
started
graphics
right
are,
away.
they're trying.
All
They're
right,
trying really
that's the gym
hard.
test passed. Time to battle the gym leader.
I love this guy.
Here comes Gracias, the grass-type gym leader, with a striking entry.
He just whips you with the whip and you lose. I'm sorry, he leaves with that?
Whoa! Pseudo-Wudo terastallized and became a grass type.
Finally.
Are you gonna be okay, Fido?
Nope, definitely not. He's so dead.
How's our trainer gonna handle this one?
That's a new move. Speed up. Oh, that's
She's
the new
gonna
flame
fight
charge.
back by having her own Pokemon terastallize.
Grass flame charge.
Fido became a flying type. That should give it an edge against this grass-type Pseudo-Wudo.
As he uses baby
No
doll
matter
arms.
who or what you're up against, with some smart terastallizing, you'll have nothing to fear. I can't wait to see how battles will unfold between terastallized Pokemon. This trainer's heading into a hair salon to spice things up.
Okay.
Wow, look at all these options. How are you supposed to choose? Huh, I kinda wanna try that hairstyle too. And now to complete the look.
So like,
Plenty
is
to
this,
choose from here too. I feel like I could spend all day on this.
so unisex?
And while you're trying out all sorts of styles, you can whip out the camera app and go snap, snap,
Oh
snap.
my god.
Looks like this trainer found the perfect style.
That's
Line
cool.
up a good shot and snap. Now they've updated their profile picture. Looking back on photos you've taken of scenic vistas or memorable moments with beloved Pokemon is just one more way to enjoy your adventure.
That's a female Titan.
And now it's picnic time with Pokemon. When Pokemon have gotten dirty from a long journey, a nice scrub and shower gets them all clean.
In the
Looks
wild.
like it feels nice too. Before having lunch, Pokemon can get out some energy by playing with a ball.
By play-
You can just tell how much fun they're having.
Yeah, look at them have fun.
Oh wow, could this be a Pokemon egg? Apparently, eggs can sometimes be found during picnics.
Yeah,
And
sure.
now, the moment we've been waiting for, sandwich time! This trainer came prepared with plenty of ingredients they bought in town. It can be tough deciding which sandwich to make. This one may be a little overstuffed. It might not hold together. Just gotta put the bread on top and finish it off with a pick. Done! Let's see how it tastes. Oh, looks like it's a hit with everyone.
That didn't look like it was gonna be a hit. I thought he was gonna die.
Eating
Florian
sandwiches can give you
Original.
benefits like making certain types of Pokemon easier to catch or making your Pokemon gain more experience points. Time for a group photo with these satisfied Pokemon. Where to go next? Oh, hey!
How many go get me a sandwich jokes are gonna come out of this goddamn game now? Go make me a Florian. That's what's gonna happen. Sandwiches? Curry was neat. Sandwiches? Sandwiches. I'm making Subways. Sandwiches. Sandwiches. Why?
Hey, looks like more of our trainer friends have shown up.
Huh?
All right, they're gonna take on a Terra Raid battle. Can these trainers work together to defeat the Terra Pokemon before time runs out? Their opponent is a Chansey that's terrestrialized into a
Oh dear
ghost
God!
type. What kind of fight will the
Ghost
strong,
type
sparkling
Chansey? That sounds
Chansey put
terrifying.
up?
Oh yeah, this is gonna leg it out to shit. Oh yeah.
It's really powerful. These trainers better stay determined, band together, and strike back.
Gone.
If your Pokemon gets knocked out in a Terra Raid battle, don't worry. It can recover and rejoin the fray. Hang in there, Sableye!
Farigirith.
Along with using your Pokemon's moves, you also have the option to support your allies by cheering. It's all about teamwork. Watch how the battle's going and decide how you'll handle the fight and work with your fellow trainers.
Okay.
Almost there. Keep it up!
Oh, just a free heal. Of course. Gone.
Oh, wow! That was a beautiful Terra Raid battle victory! And with it comes the chance to catch this Terra Pokemon! When you join forces to win your battles, the bonds between friends and Pokemon shine even brighter.
That was cool animation. It's a heal ball.
All
Nobody knows
right,
this exists.
that Chansey with a rare Terra type is now part of the team. So, what'd you think? While you were getting a look at these 4 trainers' journeys, did you spot a glimmer of something that could become your personal treasure? Encounters with Titan Pokemon? Face-offs with Team Star? Taking on gyms? There's plenty more to be said about all these things, of course. What you just saw was only a glimpse of the adventures awaiting you in the Paldea region. Which Pokemon will you choose? Who will you meet? What sort of exciting adventures will you have? It's all up to you. Your adventures are right around the corner. May they shine bright.
That's it? Still? Wow. Wow. They're really holding that off, aren't they? Oh, yeah, no. Can we go back to the, Can we go back to this really quickly? Can we just go back to this?
Before you can battle a gym leader, you'll first have to pass the gym test at their gym. Better get started right away.
You know what this reminds me of? You know the really old Yoshi story on the N64? This better not be what the game looks like. I really hope this is early features and that this is going to be cleaned up because, again, I don't care about graphics, but I really, really, really don't want to believe that this is going to pass in Gen 9. There's no frickin' way. There's no way, right? Like that has to be early early footage. Because that's not gonna sit well with anybody. People are already bashing how it looks. That's not gonna make it any better. Mike, how you doing? Yuke's good to see you. Prudent, how's it going? Yeah, so far, what we've seen is TM crafting using materials instead of balls. which is fine. I'm okay with that. I don't care. I think it makes not much sense, but it's better than just money. Wild terrestrialized Pokemon. That's how we can catch them. Every Pokemon can be any type. So we do have basically a confirmation of being able to control the hidden power of this game, which was Terra Blast, I believe. So we have control, and better probably because you don't have to drop IVs to make a certain hidden power typing work. And it also turns you into that typing, so it goes from there. We have that. And then the sandwich making. With eggs at the picnic randomly, and I have no idea what the hell that means. I have no idea how that's actually going to work. And Farigiraf. That's it, really. Nothing else was necessarily shown that was new. We learned a tiny bit more about how the raids are going to look, which is fine. Oh, absolutely, Mike. Like I said, it better be just like, because they're not making these a week before, right? These are made in the past, and they're just releasing them slowly. So I'm really hoping this is early footage. We've been baited by it before. People have been pissed at by it before. I'm hoping it's just gonna be early footage, and we're good to go. So. Oh, dear God. We're going to watch that after. Yeah, it wasn't. I noticed that. It also said it's an update required. I don't know if you guys noticed that at the bottom left. At one point it said software update required. And I have no idea what that means. If that means, if they're talking, no, that would be hardware if they were going to say a whole new Switch. If they were going to reveal a whole new Switch. But, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it most likely will be that, because they said software, right? So, just trying to see if there's anything else put out here. Farigiraf. Giraffe. Have they talked about what typing it is yet? Yeah, we have Clefable coming next week in Unite. $5.30? I didn't even notice the grass. Oh, yeah, but they had that in... I honestly didn't even notice that. They had that a bit in Legends Arceus, too. That I'm not worried about. That's not the detail I'm worried about. I'm worried about the Sunflora. The Sunflora is worrying, not how close I have to be for something to render, unless it's a tree. You know what I mean? But we've had that in Sword. We've had that since Sword and Shield. The Switch isn't strong enough to make anything like that look good. Sandwiches. I don't know if I'm okay. Okay, let's go through this quickly. Let's do this really quickly. Let's just go through some of the defining features of this. UI looks pretty good in battle. I like it. Wild Terrestrialize, pretty good. Let's Go feature, a lot of shinies are going to get killed. I'm perfectly fine with that. Team Star being timed, you know, we'll have to see what we get there. It doesn't look like it's taking him too long because Wiglet killed that in 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes. Don't know what's going to be happening here with Mela. Crafting TMs, very interesting. The cloth thing, we have no idea what it's going to be. It just looks like a mini raid campaign. Farigiraf. Sounds good, Harry. Farigiraf, it's a space thing. It puts its tail. That's funny because that actually means it technically puts its brain back in its head, which is interesting. Yeah, what does it say here? What's its? The hardened head from the tail protects the head of the main body as Farigiraf whips its long neck around to headbutt enemies, which is funny because that's actually how they fight. So it stays as a normal psychic type. 10'6", by the way. Good lord. 10'6". Yeah, gyms, nothing new there. Customization. Couldn't tell if it was unisex. Doesn't really matter. To me, anyways. I know it matters to some people. Picnics, you can get eggs out of them. You play with your Pokemon. You can make sandwiches. I don't know if I'm okay. Have they mentioned other just real-life food? I guess they have. But they usually named it something else, like fancy apple or sweet apple. I'm not ready for lettuce. This weirds me out. Like, these are just, like, ham. Ham, cherry tomatoes, lettuce, tomato, cucumber. Like, usually it was Castelia cone or Old Gâteau, or, like, I like that. Or it was, we knew it was food from the real world. I guess lemonade does exist. That's true. I guess we have soda pop. But it's like, even then, it's like fresh water. Yeah, but do they name it flat out like this, Marie? What else do we have other than lemonade? Like, that's straight out named like that. Like, I'm talking, like, you know, lava cookie. Yeah, it's named cookie. But I'm saying, like, usually it has some funky name to it. Coffee? Coffee from where? They have tea. I don't remember coffee. Oh, you talking? No, but he didn't. It wasn't called coffee. It was oh my god, Pokemon. Was it actually called coffee? Pokemon Gen 7. Bartender drinks. It was Kamala coffee. Malasada is a food, you are correct. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, but even then it was called Kamala coffee. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind it being like Moo Moo milk, right? Like, I get it. Tapu Cocoa, get it. Pineapple juice and all that. Yes, but that's what I'm saying, Marie, is usually we have that. This is weird. This is, I don't like just, what the fuck does ham come from? I'm slicing up chunks. Sure you do. Maybe I just live in a town that's incredibly racist when they call them Mexican tomatoes. Because they're just tomatoes from Mexico. We brand these things. I'm slicing up chunks. Shit. Hank. Yeah, my town's not great. They don't actually, it's, let me put it to you this way. It's not labeled that, but people sure as fuck call it that. They can't just say it's a tomato. They're like, no, it's a Mexican tomato. I'm like, okay. I mean, we know where it's from because we just look on the label. It's just, it's strange to me. I haven't seen this yet. Which, is ham produce? Ham's not produce. See, that's what weirds me out. Lettuce I could get. You're not going to name it, you know, like hoppip leaf or something like that. Although that would be really hilarious because at least it would make connections to what we're chopping up in the world. Right here, literally. Literally, right here. Next. Ham. It's just ham. It's just ham. That's what's weird. It's like, yes, I know, Marie. That's weird. That's what I'm saying, is I get it. Like, when I think about, yes, that's what's throwing me off is I'm not 100%, like, I get it. Cucumber and all that stuff, yeah, it's not going to come from an animal. Ham is from an animal, which they've hidden. They've never talked about, like, I'm trying to think. They've never talked about it. It's so strange. The ham has to be Lechonk. Or like Grumpig, does that give you increased intelligence? Yeah, exactly, Marie. Actually, that's a good point. I'm surprised they're actually touching meat. Usually that could be, touchy for some people. But we knew that from Gen 1, right? We knew that from Gen 1 because there was I believe there was an NPC that talked about eating Magikarps. I believe. Yeah, and there are Pokedex entries, so we know that. It's just probably they're not smart enough to read the Pokedex or realize that NPC said that, right? But what's weird is it's not named. You know what I mean? Usually they were specific about the Pokemon you eat. This is just straight up called ham. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying call it Hoppip Leaf, and it looks like lettuce. Maybe it's just the ham that's throwing me off, not so much everything else. But this is definitely weird. This is really weird. It's not a deal breaker for me because I'm not a vegetarian or vegan or anything like that. But that's just very strange to me. Making you hungry? Did you? Oh god, look at that fucking dude. This looks like something out of Donkey Kong 64. Holy shit, man. Also, can we take a look at how they built this sandwich? Lettuce, then ham, then tomato. Why is the meat not on the bottom? Do people do this? I always thought you put the meat on the bottom of it and then everything else on top. They do? Really? Have fun with breakfast. Have fun with Alex breakfast. That's weird. Really? Shit. I guess the only reason why I haven't seen is when I make my own sandwiches, I put my meat on the bottom because I want to dress the meat. And then when I go to other sandwich shops, they usually lead with like asking what the base is going to be, then they put everything on top. Does it do anything different for the flavor? I have to ask because I don't care. It's like, to me, a sandwich or a salad or whatever is just like, I can eat it all individually and not care. Like, you could just give me 4 bowls of ingredients and I'll just eat the ingredients one at a time. I don't care to mix it up in a particular way that dresses it. The only reason why I mix stuff is because I don't want to taste it in full. Like mushroom, I don't want to eat straight, so I just mix it with something so I don't taste as much. Lettuce on the bottom is... Oh, because you make contact with it first, right? Ah, I never thought of that, actually. What you touch first. Also, by the way, Marie, I don't know why. When you posted my ProPok there's an image of Frodo. I shit you not. In ProPokebot, I'm going to post it again. The emote is wrong, and it shows a picture of Frodo's face doing the ProPok U. Like... Yeah, oh no, I'm definitely screenshotting this. Like, look at this. The Ghost of Marie. There we go. You guys go look at it in Discord. Yeah, like, the chatbot likes to change emotes around. So this one is just ProPok U, but Frodo from Lord of the Rings. I was supposed to say Go to the Rings. Alright, we had sandwiches. Raid battles look interesting. And Ghost-type Chansey is terrifying to think about. And that's it. That's all we have. Which grass Pokemon? I'm going to assume that lettuce is Skiploom. Because we have actually Skiploom. That'd be like Hoppip, Leaf. Cucumber. Well, we could definitely chop up. If we see olives in it, chat, you know what cute little Pokemon that everyone loves is dying? Rip Smoliv. That looks like Frodo from afar. From afar. It's not perfect, but it does look like Frodo. What else do we have? Tomato? Well, we'd have to reach into Yu-Gi-Oh for that one. with the pissed off tomato card. Mad Tomato? What was it called? Mad Tomato? Tomato. I don't know. Then there's Cherry Tomato too, which just makes me think we have like a transformed or Paldean version of Cherubi. Mystic Tomato. Thank you. Mystic Tomato. That frickin' card killed me all the time in the video game. Yeah, I mean, cool. Like cool. There's some interesting things in this. I'm not jumping all over the place. Not much. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm just inundated with knowledge right now. But looks cool to me. I'm still super excited about this game. I just really hope, again, just as a guy who still cares or who doesn't like fully care about animations, that better be polished by the time it comes out, because my god, man, I can't look at those Sunflora being like that, because not only am I thinking about the Sunflora looking like garbage there, but people already bash how the games look because frankly they don't build them perfectly, and if it's gonna look like that, it's gonna really, really harm, especially after something like Legends Arceus. It's going to show the grind culture is going to cause a giant stink. Because it should, because they shouldn't be under grind culture yearly. Yeah. Most cards were recruiters back in the day, which were annoying, like Sangan, which is Black Forest. Stuff like that. Oh, no, Marie. You know, if you told that to anyone else in the internet, it'd be like, focus down and conquer your inner mental health demons. Punch him in the nards. Just work efficiently, forehead. I understand. I get it. So the Mario movie trailer is today at 4:05 p.m. And then we have this that I'm dealing with tonight. The I wanna be the change, not dealing with, but man, I'm dealing with a lot of lazy people. No, late stuff. Is that a pen? Oh my god. You found someone who has pen stuff? Pen addict. You know, it's about damn time we had that. Cool. Now I need to put that next to a sword. Enjoy your lurk, Ukes. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I gotta get some work done. I can just do work live. You guys want to watch me clip videos and stuff live? However, there's something else I want to take a look at here. Because the new Deep Rock thing dropped. I want to take a look at that. If you see anything sexy, it's just how it goes. I mean, Like, it feels weird because I don't think I'm gonna watch the Mario. I want to watch the Mario trailer to farm some kind of TikTok, but like at the same time, it's probably gonna have something DMCA-able in it. And the thing's not till 8 p.m. tonight. Sorry, just talking about what we need to get done tonight, kind of. Finding out that all my people are old and easily defeated. But yeah, so tonight, let's talk about what's going on with this. If you join the Discord, you'll be able to see the I Want to Be the Change channel. I haven't built an official command for it per se, but you will be able to see it. The I Want to Be the Change event is the I Want to Maker maps being played with the community. We will have 4 people playing it tonight: Estolia, Harry, Calamity, and Rufus. They will be racing the maps. There will be 2 maps this week and then 1 map each other week, like every week in October on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. The way that it's gonna work is you guys can play along if you want to. You can download I Want to Maker. I'll have a command for it. I forgot to build an actual like explanation command. I just built a command, or did I? Let me check. I haven't enabled it yet. I might need to build a second command, now that I think about it. But, yeah, I'll need to build a second command for it. Basically, what you could do is you could download, or you could take the codes and beat my maps. If you do and post a screenshot of proof that you beat my maps in I Want to Maker from now until November 3rd, the end of November 3rd, $1 will be donated towards Extra Life. By the way, that's the official total for September. Thank you, everybody. I don't remember how much we did last year, but I think that's higher, which is cool. Thank you, everybody, for all the patron love, for all the gifted subs, any monetary support. That's $79 going in at the end of the marathon. 2 sick kids. We're already at $2,225.29. Which is a spectacular amount so far. We still have a month to go. Yep, it's a very good September. Very good one for charity. So that'll put us around $2,300, which is good. We still have that $4,000 milestone we're trying to reach, as well as a secret milestone somewhere further up. I might have to build a 2,600 one because I've been meaning to. I just don't remember what it is. Oh, I could also show you. Well, no, I'll show you tomorrow. I'll show you tonight. You'll have to see it tonight. But the cross stitch is done, so there'll be a cross stitch reveal tonight. That is the $35 giveaway this year. Yes, Marie also offered that whatever money we raise, she will match, which is incredibly kind of her. It will cap at $100. Now, that does mean it can be 1 map per person per week. Or it doesn't have to be per week. You get them all done in a row. There will be 5 maps that you can beat. It will be slightly different. Did I make it different? Yeah, I made it slightly different from the ones that you're watching. Just the beginner one, because I took out the beginner one because people already have that code from last year. So, while they'll be playing the Deku Tree, I'll be giving you guys the Forest Temple, which has been fixed up. So if you can beat that, that's $1 towards Extra Life. So everybody could beat the map once, and you could raise $5, basically. Yeah, you could raise $5, which is pretty cool. You just play, right? The maps, I think the longest map is the Ice Cavern for me at 33 minutes. And if I wanted to improve that time, I could. That's probably going to be the toughest one by far. But different strokes for different folks. I know there's some really good I Want to Maker players that come by once in a while when we have the I Want to Maker tag on. They're a pretty supportive community. They like looking at the ways things were designed. We had someone last year explaining how like spike jumps go, and I'm like, that's cool. Did I use any of them? Maybe. I don't know if I did. But I did appreciate the explanation into how deep that game can get. So But yeah, I can guarantee you this. The tutorial, anyone can beat. I firmly believe you put the time into the tutorial and you just learn how to platform. The tutorial, again, just has all the blocks. It's very straightforward, right? It took me 7 minutes to beat it, and that's with me spending 3 minutes on a particularly non-lethal, but more or less funky part of the run. So don't worry about it. It's not a lethal part. It's just a funny part. Well, funny to me. I don't know about anybody else. It's got clown music to it, which is great. But it's like 4 minutes of platforming, and then 3 minutes of a boss fight. But yeah, your coffee's here. Yay! But yeah, look forward to that tonight. They'll be playing it. If they beat the maps, they'll also contribute towards it if they want to stay and put money towards it. So, if none of them beat it, then none of them beat it. No big deal. They're gonna have a time limit because I know they're all gonna be tired and stuff like that. But I appreciate them coming out nonetheless and submitting themselves to this. I want to see what this looks like. This is the new Deep Rock stuff. It looks freaking sweet. So I was right. It is an infection on the nest. That's a new weapon. I mean, that looks like actually, yeah. These are definitely new weapons for this mission, potentially. Plaguefall, November 3rd. Damn. Damn. All right, I gotta make a social media post. I guess my post for this is gonna be Farigiraffe. That's my post. Two brains that work together. Oh, that's actually its lore is two brains that work together. Several new Pokemon have been spotted in the new trailer on the minimap. I didn't notice that. What the hell? Look at this. Oh, that's not it. So far it's not 5 FPS. Good. Interesting. We've got some kind of parrot with a hat. That's a rock mushroom. And mice? Interesting. You know what, Mike? It's English, right? It's not the Japanese release, so they're gonna give him the second. They're gonna give him the secondhand footage. Like I said, you know, I don't want to assume that they're gonna keep it that way. It has to be... It had to be just old footage. Apparently, the terrestrial symbol will be the mark for Gen 9 Pokemon. Like every Pokemon has a mark for each generation that it comes from, so Gen 9 will have that. Looks like there's a second symbol. Farigiraf. How you doing, Sean? You think we're just a 17-month resubscription and continue to be a fellow noob and embrace the face, my friend? Okay, so Pokemon has just talked about this new ability, Cud-Chew. This is Farigiraf's ability. After eating a berry, Farigiraf can eat it again at the end of the next turn. So instead of it being Cheek Pouch where it eats and heals, or where it can harvest it, it'll eat it 2 turns in a row, which is neat. And then new ability as well, Armor Tail. Farigiraf has another new ability. Can make opposing Pokemon unable to use priority moves. Yeah, that's VGC. Wow. They just... Wow, that's just VGC. If this Pokemon's good enough, they'll use it. That's just straight VGC. Yeah, that's the idea, right? Normal Psychic is okay typing. Like, it's good typing. Oh god, they're putting Star Trek in Fall Guys. Yeah, that's a big deal. That is a very big deal, that it can be anything. Because that's what people were worried about. There was only going to be certain types that... what's it called? Like, only certain Pokemon can be certain types, but now they can be any types. And Terra Blast will most likely be an ability you can craft, or a move you can craft. That's going to open up some thinking. That's going to open up some big thinking. Could be some very interesting times that people have to terrestrialize in BGC or in competitive in general. I'm all for it. I think it's cool. Knowing Smogon, they'll probably ban it. It's too unpredictable and ruins the single format. Yeah, maybe they realized it's boring, Shawnee. Maybe. So it turns out, Mike brought up that the Japanese video, Harry did not have 5 FPS Sunflora. So, the English version was once again screwed. That's all. Which is good. We have 2 new abilities. No, that's not weird. They've done... I've heard that they've done that before. They give them, like, really old footage, and then Japan uses their own good footage. Farigiraf has 2 new abilities. One lets it consume a berry on its turn and then the end of next turn. And Armor Tail prevents priority moves from being used, which is incredibly good. Because that's Queenly Majesty too, right? Doesn't Queenly Majesty also do that with Serena? Also, I looked at the new Deep Rock trailer. Plaguefall. I was right. The planet gets infected. I said infested with bugs, but it looks like the bugs get infested. There's like this really gross hive thing going on. And it does look like you get new weapons for that mission. Bring that trailer up, sure. I can do it again. Let me just go grab it again, because unfortunately, I have people who follow Senor Pepe of the Conservative Party. Hey guys, would you believe it that the leader of a party who happens to be a misogynist and happens to be an absolute fuckface uses a misogynist tag in his YouTube videos to attract an audience but hides it from the public? Would you believe it? I believe it. Doesn't surprise me. Plagfall. They look nasty too. That's the best part. They look gross. Yeah, these are definitely new weapons, maybe for the mission specifically. Look at that thing. That's yeah. That's the scout that gets that vacuum-looking thing. Dang. Just judging by how they do the beards? Yeah. Yeah. Finally, you get to play Driller without playing Driller. Isn't that great, Harry? Actually, that's kind of cool that they would allow, like, they would mix that up so that you could actually experience that. Now you know what it's gonna feel like. Pickaxe only? The melee master? They also revealed cosmetic stuff, whatever. Nothing but that. I'm sure there's a mod for it. I don't think one's supposed to be stronger than the other. I think that they're all unique usage. Platforms are the most specific. Because the zipline can get you across an entire thing and get you to multiple places. Drills can get you anywhere. You're just restricted by time and fuel. Grappling hook is a self-serving tool. Platform is meant to fill in gaps and get to things. Get some things going on. Astolia starting to trash talk. Good morning, Astolia. You're all old if you're just gonna dip out after Astolia wins. I'm kidding. Who knows, Harry? Maybe you're just a prodigy. Remember, you're like, yeah, I'll play this Pokemon deck building game. You know, we'll have a jolly good time. 70 to 20 later. Hey, I'm pretty good at this. Look at me go. His fingers just grow little elven tendrils and just hacks in. While you do have to be good at jumping, you also have to be good at understanding how I build maps. Well, luckily for you, I'm not either, so can't be that bad. I mean, that's true. I'm older than Cal. You're definitely the oldest, Astolia. Put those whippersnappers in place. truth hurts. Oh god. The mental edge. Harry's going for the mental edge. But yeah, I've actually never sat there and be like, the driller is the best class. That's what I like about Deep Rock. They actually did a really good job at all 4 classes being good in their own ways. Some will be better on certain missions over others, but I also feel like you can bring something on any dwarf to take on any mission. They are, that's my opinion anyways. Maybe it's just because I've played it enough to, like, understand that concept, but I definitely feel like after, what, 550 hours of gameplay, like playing for 550 hours, I understand the game well enough that, like, I can say that with confidence. Oh yeah, you remind me, I gotta take my D&B 12. Thank you for the reminder. Which every Canadian should be taking, by the way. Every Canadian should be taking vitamin D at least, because my physiotherapist is like, I've been reading studies, and there is, like, no physically possible way for any Canadian to actually get enough sunlight in their life daily to be not deficient in vitamin D. It's like impossible. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. Sun is important. Because I asked about fortifying, he said, but there's a difference too, because it's fine to ingest vitamin D, but it's the skin interaction that you have. I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically it was something along the lines of the way that your body absorbs it is just as important as it being, like, distributed from your belly, right? Like from processing it or metabolizing it. So on top of that, taking a vitamin D pill bypasses the fatty milk, right? Even if you have skim milk or whatever, it bypasses all the sugar and everything put into milk. Which is a shame, because I do like drinking milk. But I just take vitamin D, because no matter what, I'm just deficient in vitamin D. The B12 is for the cramping. Which, honestly, I don't know if it's been by itself doing anything. But in combination with exercising and stuff like that, I'm feeling great. My shoulder's currently jacked up because I think I slept really wrong, and then I went to go play badminton yesterday with my girlfriend. But yeah, I remember him saying it's fortify is not enough. Like it'll always be the best to get it naturally, and not just ingest. You know what I mean? There are always special cases. I am definitely not one of them, and I'm not speaking from a special case perspective. I'm just a Canadian. And like most Canadians, we are vitamin D deprived. Europe too. Britain, UK, all those people. Ha! Funny, Shawnee. Somebody ban him. No, don't. We like him here. Yeah. Well, anything else that's gonna come out from Pokemon, so probably good to go. No, it's not enough, because the problem is it's the distance of the sun too, right, Astolia? Like, where the sun's hitting us. But okay, so my physiotherapist said, you can fact check this all you want, I trust him. I haven't fact checked it myself, because it just makes sense, right? He was saying in order for you to get enough, you have to get 30 minutes of direct sunlight applied to your chest daily in order for you to achieve enough sun, and he means like directly under the sun, which is really hard to achieve. Because you might be thinking you're getting hit by the sun, but left is directly above you and hitting at its peak without you burning too. So you have to get 30 minutes of direct sunlight to the chest, because the legs, the same thing again, right? Your legs and your arms, like, they absorb some, but you need it to go again to the core to be able to absorb the most, because you need the most surface area, right? So to get the most surface area to absorb the most sunlight, 30 minutes directly to the chest. So this isn't meant to be. Maybe we're having enough climate change that Britain becomes nice. You ever thought about that? Like, certain areas in the world just die off and other ones become like, oh, well, we can now look at all the wreckage around us because look at us. We now have warmer winters. Yeah. Something like that, Harry. Something like that. I still think it's got to be 30 minutes. Maybe it was 30 minutes to the entire naked body. Maybe it was that. I know he said 30 minutes. I'm trying to remember if it was chest or, like, full bare body. Without burning, too, though. I guess? I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. No comment. There you go. It's the easiest thing to say to stuff like that. Oh yeah, crap. I need to get those. We can hang out for a little bit. I don't want to end the stream. I don't like ending the stream within like an hour because it kind of hurts stuff. Oh god. That's depressing news. Man, it's just everything's filled with depressing news. We need happiness. We need people to stop being jackasses. That'd be good. Oh, remember you guys were telling me about Metal Hellsinger? I was offered by Daredrop, part of the creative program. I have to answer that first. I feel so bad. I answered them, but like, I just haven't had time to look at how Daredrop works. But Metal Hellsinger is actually on that, so yeah. Okay, what's the game I got this? Wow, that already ended up on. Heh. Cool. Nope, don't like that. Look at the Humble Games. Nope. Suwako! Thank you for the 41-month resub with Prime Gaming. Embrace the face, man. How you doing? You ready for Farigarath? Farigarath? Farigarath, there we go. You ready to make me a sandwich, Suwako? You ready to make Chad a sandwich? I think you're ready to make Chad a sandwich. I don't know, man. I feel like it. I just get this feeling that you're ready to make Chat a sandwich. With ham, which is totally not lechonk chunks. Lechonk slices. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. Precisely what I said. Get into the Twitch it. Oh no. Oh. God. Okay, so what am I keeping? I know it has, Harry. It's just, like we were talking about it, you know, they've mentioned coffee and all these other things and about Pokemon being eaten, but they've never named something like ham, right? They've specifically said the Pokemon they're eating and never gave it a name to its meat. Like, they just said, like, Tauros meat or Magikarp meat or whatever, but they've never called it ham. That's what's weirding me out. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's definitely a decision that hides the fact less. Like Marie was saying, you don't call ham piggies in real life, right? I'm sorry, what? Oh, those are the October games. Yeah, Slowpoke Tail exists, right? I mean, yes, but also it's kind of weird. It's just weird, you know. They've been careful about it all these other times. Why is this the one time they haven't been? That is true. I guess it depends on the cut, right? I understand that reference. I mean, of course, just as much as Quaxley would be duck sauce. Hey, if all animals are fair game, we're eating all of it. Except you probably electrocute yourself if you bite into a Mareep. It's just, well, Wooloo's different, though. Wooloo is just hairy. Well, you shave it down. It's all good. See, this is why we don't name these things. Quite literally why we don't name them. That looks cool. Yes, but why do kids need to understand they're eating it? I'm not against them knowing that they're going to be eating animals in real life. It's just, it's weird. It's just out of character. That's all. I didn't mean to make it such a big deal. It's just out of character for them. No, see, Suwaka, when you talk about Benelby or Lopunny, I have to worry when you talk about Lopunny meat. I don't want to know what you want with Lopunny meat. Freaking weirdo. Why is that bolded? I don't want that to be bolded. Oh god, no! Oh dear lord! I mean, we were in my girlfriend's kitchen on Tuesday after her sister's dinner. We were talking about Lord of the Rings. Her dad comes in being like, because he's a war vet. He's a war veteran, and you know, typical cranky old dad, I guess. And he's like, "What's this knowledge gonna do for you when Russia drops the bomb?" I'm like, "Well, we just die and be very happy that we figured out what Elrond's true intentions were, I guess." Thank you, sir. Am I actually naming it like that? Like you didn't just want... Oh my god, if I read it that way, I can't remember what his name is. Frigoraph? You just don't want Frigoraph, or you actually want Frigoraph? Make it a class. That spelling. Got it. Thank you very much for the 75,000 channel points. Can't wait for that to show up in Nuzcember for no goddamn reason. There's a character limit up to Gen 5. Gen 6 and on could use that when I can ever play Gen 5 or 6. So basically when I can afford a new computer. Hey! 50! There it is, Shawnee. You get to add a name of class while I have this open. God, I love this song. It's so good. This riff right here is so strong. Absolutely adore it. But I'm not really. It's so good. it's just so good. What is the limit? 10 for Gen 1 and 2. Character names from Gen 1 to 5 have to be 10. Character or class names need to be 12. So if it's a class, 12. If it's a name, 10. It won't truncate it. It'll just not use it, Harry. It has to be truncated to begin with. So, if you just want Frigoraph, you can put that in. If you want it to be the Frigoraph, you gotta trim it down. I wish it would truncate it, but that's not how it works, unfortunately. Just relaxing. Hope you guys enjoyed the trailer though. It looks good. It looks great. The game, like that game. Think about this, guys. Do you have any idea how many games I'm actually looking at right now to being like there's just so many games coming up. It's spooky. That are gonna get played on this channel. Nuzcember actually has multiple different Nuzlocke things this year. It's gonna be exciting, man. Unfortunately, I'd have to play Outbound Ghost again. I don't think that game's Nuzlockable. It's really freaking tough. However, having a randomizer at the fingertips that I could potentially speedrun, maybe, is exciting. Marie was gonna say, "Eat that." Get it? Yeah, she was gonna say, "Eat that croissant," because Suako's now French. Got him. 12 for the class. Yes. Oui. Class terastalized. Done. I was posting yesterday in the Discord. We are up to over almost 900 names because of you guys, which is massive. Because I would love for someone to run the numbers on the number of combinations that can happen between 406 names and now 434 classes. So yours is Frigegifrig. Is that what that's supposed to be, Marie? I can't tell. No, I think that's just somebody who likes shorts and thick thighs. Or skirts and thick thighs. It's an Omega Strikers emote. It's not, but you know, it's there. I mean, some of them are like that. Well, they're not. They're in sports uniforms. Look, Marie, I'm just one of those guys where I'm just like, get as an experienced man on this world. Get them titties off my screen. Just get them out of here. I don't actually give a shit. Other people give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore. I used to. I just, you know what I did? I just thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm just jealous I can't do it, but maybe it's also just, like, there's an entire business for it, an entire industry for it. I can't bash good business. It might be weird to hear, chat, but there are probably cleaner porn environments than schools, that's for sure, in terms of like cleanliness and stuff like that. They probably clean those sites better than they clean some of the schools I've been in. Whole body, it's just a body. I mean, I have spoken to someone who has worked on those sites, and they said the amount of cleaning that goes into those sites are very, very thorough. And then I've seen some bathrooms for the staff at schools that I've worked at. Just saying. I'm just saying. I just wish there was the same level of clean. Undo that. Why are these shaded? Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, that's what I'm saying. It should also be in schools. Because, you know, children or just, you know, in general, keeping things clean is a good idea. I'm just throwing that out there. Any work environment should just be clean. that done. Excellent. What else can I get done while I'm live? Oh no, some of them are, Harry. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Like, they are when they do it. There was one particular school where, like, they would do it, but they would miss a lot. But also it was because a lot of people would trash the place, and that's not the custodian's problems, right? Custodial staff are some of the best people you could ever meet, by the way. Not like they're, like, quote-unquote different people, but they sure as hell have different perspectives and have seen a lot of things that the schools don't. Like, teachers and staff, other staff don't see. They're kind of like the, they're like the mystical people who watch the world change. They age slower and just watch things change in the school because they're, like, quite literally down in the dirt, dealing with something that a lot of people forget and take for granted. But they're some of the nicest people. Always respect custodial staff. That and the nice administrative assistant. Because there's always one that's super nice, and there's always one that's just like the enforcer. And they will make sure to make you aware that they are the enforcer. I would be the enforcer. That's me. I'm the mean one. I'm the mean one at my school. Like, when that kid gets out of hand, I just come out and yell because I'm the only male voice in the school. I did find out the other public speaking teacher is a male. I just have never met him because he only works online. So there are at least 3 males in the school, including myself. And the only reason why I say that is I'm the type of person where, like, I don't care about diversity between men and women or whatever. I believe in the best people get the job. But when it comes to using the diversity as a way to connect and to advantageously educate or build up a workplace, something like a school needs both men and women in it. Or at least male and female identifying individuals. And of course, any other identifiers in between, but you know what I mean, right? Like the father-mother figure thing is important. Those who have different perspectives. Because that's what I kept hearing when I would supply work in elementary schools, is they're like, oh, it's so nice to have a guy in here. And I go, why? It's like, because everyone else's voices are so high-pitched and not threatening, and yours just, like, yours just resonates. I go, yeah, that helps when I know how to talk. And also, yes, the deeper voice does contribute. You're right. I wouldn't necessarily slot myself into quote-unquote traditional male ideologies. I like to believe I'm a little more progressive than that. But yeah, the voice does help, and the fact that I give less shits about how people will see me, yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Harry. It's pretty good. Armor Tail is just Queenly Majesty, which is fine. I want to eat a Mewtwo. They'll get there eventually, Marie. Not all schools are like that. Some are incredibly progressive. But, you know, if it's any indication that we have only now recognized that Velma is lesbian, it's going to take a while. Luckily, I mean, well, luckily for me, I'm not in U.S., where the U.S. is just like, oh my god, man. It's just 2 guys kissing. Who cares? What if these people are just actually embarrassed that they were in college and had, like they just had that one bad experience where they kissed, they, like, licked another guy's ass and they didn't want anyone to know about it at some, like, 14-person orgy. And they thought it was a woman and they're just too stupidly drunk to figure out that it was actually a guy's ass, and they're embarrassed that they did something gay. You know what? These people are also that, so they can have an extreme and specific potential, but obviously not real cause. They want to be clowns. I'll talk about them in clown college. Easy. Oh, of course. Oh, I know. I definitely know part of my, well, like most of the things that I learned was from asshole friends and extended family, right? Like there's just things that I didn't understand. So like if I did anything that was particularly gay, it would be made fun of. And then that's why I had homophobic beliefs in a small extent, because I never pushed it on people, but I said things that were not supposed to be said, or believed things like, you know, like I was definitely, I don't want to say scared out of exploring sexuality, but I was most certainly not encouraged to. Let's put it that way. I was always, you know, the final guy with my name, so I have to love a woman to have babies to keep the name going. Yeah, I know, Harry. The ethical way is to drown them out. I know it's a very, like, you have to get in their faces. Like, you're right. Some you do. Others, the power of education matters, right? The reality is, as much as I make jokes about bigoted idiots licking assholes at college in an orgy, the reality is I've always believed that confronting these people is important. There are people out there who will confront, and then there are people like me who will be in the back alleys, educating other people, giving them the knowledge to defend against the dark arts. You know what I mean? That was the most nerdy way I could have said that, but you understand what I'm saying. I don't fully believe that. No matter how far gone we have, and again, take it as you will, white middle-class male. Take it as privileged as you want, but no matter how much someone's beat down, especially for me being beat down for mental illness, I could say for a fact that it's like it's never paid off for me to be aggressive or angry towards people, but rather understand their pain and move forward to make sure that if other people are hurting, rather than treating them the same way I was treated and becoming jaded and deflecting, it's about helping them understand that the world hates because the world's taught people to hate, not because that they deserve to be hated. You know what I mean? It's never worked out for me. Multiple times I've had, like there was one time a kid was bullying me in grade 8 on a bus, and I quite literally, you know, praying mantis leapt over, like martial arts, type of thing, where I jumped over the seat, pinned him into the bottom of the bus, and started beating the shit out of him. Went to the principal's office, got in trouble. They didn't suspend me, luckily. But our punishment was I had to sit with that kid for a week at the front of the bus to get to know him. Very nice guy. Turned out that all he needed was to see who I was, and I just needed to understand that everyone who's a jackass is not actually fully a jackass. They equally have their own problems, right? He turned out he had a really shit home life. You know, his parents or his mom would yell at him a lot. His dad wasn't around a lot, but they were super cool people. It's just, you know, his parents were extra tough on him, and the pressure got to him, and the only way he knew he was a B and C student, and the only way that he could feel good was if he was funny to other people. So that's why he'd always make fun of me, because I was a target, and he knew how to pick on the weak kid. Once the weak kid became the strong one, we found a common denominator. Would I do it any other way? After the first time, yeah. I wouldn't want to have another situation like that. There's nothing that's going to get solved by me doing it again. I already learned the lesson. But that's a perspective you don't gain unless you actually go through it the wrong way. You know what I mean? You can argue it's the right way. The more reading a child does and continues to do as they age, the more accepting and open they are to humanity of others, because they learn to relate to experiences not their own. Huh. That's good, Harry. I used to read a lot as a kid. Maybe that's what helped. It also depends on what you read, though, I would say, Marie. I'm sure that's a factor that has to be... Like, I've always thought about that when people talk about that, is the type of reading that happens if you're always reading child books. Like, because the thing is, some of the children's books, if you go back and read them, like I read a lot of Magic School Bus, I read a couple of Hardy Boys, Redwall, like a lot of kids' books, and all of them had good messages. But then I think about, like, what if I was pushed to read other things that were more, like, not adult, but like, you know, if I was pushed at the time when I was reading young, like small novels, if I had stuck with it, what my thing would have been like. The Giving Tree? I don't know what that is. I read Rainbow Fish. I like the Rainbow Fish. Not a great bedtime story. No kidding. Oh, it's one of those stories. Yeah, those are bad stories. Those stories are hard to explain. Those are the types of stories you have to give context to a kid, but like when they're 8 years old. Actually, no, when they're 14, because I've learned that kids under 10 cannot understand anything contextually, or at least that's just, maybe I have a really bad batch of kids, because I've met some super smart kids who can put 2 and 2 together in the world and have great insights into like giving and being awesome to others. And then there's the kids that I work with, where they're not all, I'm not trying to paint them like full jackasses, but they definitely have moments where I'm just like, I definitely didn't have a moment like this when I was a kid. That's a very religious message, Marie. That sounds very Catholic. Caillou is banned? What was wrong with Caillou? I loved Caillou as a kid. Have I missed something about Caillou? I don't remember a lot about Caillou, though, so maybe it's a good thing now you're telling me, Harry? Caillou's toxic? Oh, Caillou himself. Yeah, he is a bit of a dick, isn't he? Is this gonna be something like he's a brat, but he's hiding behind his cancer treatment so that he's like legitimized to be a brat? Because I hate those types of stories too, because that's not how it's painted. No matter how much pain you're in, if you're a piece of shit, despite the fact that you're suffering, it's like, man, I've experienced that family and not. It's just, okay, that's what I thought. I remember I thought it was just a fan theory that he had cancer. Molding at age 3. Kids molding. For those who don't know, that's mad and molding. Shin-chan? What the hell is that show? I've never heard of that ever. I watched a lot of Arthur. Arthur was cool. Arthur, I watched Recess. I remember shows that I would like watch religiously. I watched a lot of Disney, which is amazing how I turned out the way that I did. Because, man, there's a lot in Disney that just can warp a mind from like the 90s. 90s and early 2000s. Not talking about the newer stuff. Boy, what's going on, dude? Did you watch the Pokemon trailer? Are you ready for Farigiraf? Farigiraf? Hold on, I'm ready for your hot take. Wait, I got this. Where is it? Where's the proper response for your hot take? I got this. I don't have it on this scene. I'm actually kind of amazed. Okay. I'm ready for your hot take now. I love the rainbow fish. That's so actually, that's such a weird hot take. What was wrong with the rainbow fish, though? He means people. You know, I thought you would be of all the people to make that joke, and I'm glad I was right. You don't remember the rainbow fish? I actually read that one a lot as a kid. Like a ton. Is this a preview? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's understandable, yeah. Yeah, Giraffrig Evolution's cool. I like how it actually just shoves its brain into its other brain. So now it has 2 brains. Didn't Dr. Seuss also have some concerning things in his writing? In their writing, rather? We don't actually... It was a guy? I can't remember. Or was it a woman? I can't remember. They ever identify Dr. Seuss? Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, I can see that from the Rainbow Fish. It's like you're not allowed to have more than other people. You have to give. I've never... See, that was the one thing in Catholicism I never understood, but I just accepted because when I was, like, devout, like, full devout, yay, Jesus, go type of thing, I never understood, like, the concept of... Well, I understood it because I'm like, oh, yeah, it's nice if everybody has everything. But it's like, it's impossible to actually do that. What the message should be is, it's okay to have more than others, but you don't use that to oppress other people. Right. Thank you. Yes. Theodore. I remember the gazelle part. I don't remember Theodore. Cool. ERP. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Epic Rap Battles was a great series to help. Yes. Yeah. Was the once there the Nazi? No, he was capitalism. Was he Nazi? There was a Nazi one for sure. There was a Nazi book for sure. Lorax was capitalism. Yeah. But yeah, I've never understood that message where it's like, you can't have more than others. It's like, you can, and in fact, you should aim for that, because having more than others is not for the sake of having more than others. It's having more because you put the work in to achieve and earn something. You know what I mean? If you could afford a third cow, why would you not afford a third cow? But if a neighbor's asking for milk, help them out when you can, if you can. That's what I've always understood that message should be. Not just like, no, if you can afford a third cow, give that cow to the people who do nothing, right? It's like, I've never understood that. That's why charity is special on this channel, because I could be so much more aggressive and give incentives every day and those, oh man, here's my hot take. I hate charity advertisement. I hate it. I actually hate it. It's not going to bode well for me when I want to work with Create for Sick Kids and stuff like this. I hate those videos where they have these starving children on a camera. Because the first thing that pops in mind is, give them fucking food and water. Stop filming them. Give them something. Stop telling me how sad it is. We know that. We don't want a message like that. Show you helping them so that we want to help them too. Why are we putting them in positions where we know they're already suffering, but you want to emphasize it and glamorize? Like, come on. I hate those messages. The Sick Kids ones are great, where they show the kids that have gone through surgery and like how brave they were and stuff like that. They're not that, like, there are parts of it where I'm just like, I don't want to see the kid in bed. I understand that's what he's going through, but at the same time, it's like, I love watching when the kid is like moving around and recovered, and it's like, yeah, this is what we want to see many kids going through. I don't want to see the depressing part, not because I want it hidden, but it's just, I don't like playing those like, it feels like I'm guilting people by showing them how much kids are suffering. I'd rather empower people by showing them, like, look at what the kids can do now. They're no longer suffering. I'd rather show that to people and like, positive guilt, I guess? Encourage? Yeah, Marie. Yeah, agreed. It's like, you can't help if you're born into riches, but you can if you're born into riches and someone asks for help and you can help them. Because that was one thing I always knew. Like, I had a friend, she was her parents were, like, her mother was a pastor and her dad was a lawyer, I think. And they lived in a multi-million-dollar home. He owned 5 BMWs. Like, they were loaded, right? Multi-millionaires. And I also dated someone who was a multi-millionaire. He owned a computer company. He was going to sell his company for, like, $3.2 million 14 years ago. And, you know, nice house in the wood, or like in in the suburban woods and stuff like this, like super great house and stuff like that. The difference between that ex and my friend would help people out, but she wouldn't, like, people would, like, when people would go to her and be like, hey, can you give me this money because you have it? She'd be like, no. And it's like, yeah, you're using her for her money. She can't help it that she was born rich, but she's not a dick about it, right? She wasn't like fanning 20s over herself and you know, handing out $5,000 where she could. My ex, she didn't do that either. Her parents sure as hell did. Poor and Catholic, that's what I was. They were Protestant and rich. She can't date a poor and Catholic guy like me. Good riddance too, because ProPokeNoob is kind of the greatest little woman I've ever met in life. So, you know, there's that. Oh yeah, of course, Boy. It's gotten better, and I think it's gotten better because Like, it's one of those things, it's a cascading effect where, you know, when people don't think that the ideological shift is actually making waves, it is. It's just people aren't looking in multiple areas, right? Right now, it's all about hold back the libs, watch out for leftist ideology and all this stupid garbage that people spew. And it's like, they're just angry because it's winning. They're not angry because they're angry because they're winning. Because the ideology that favors not them is winning. And as a result, now we have movies making strides where they can finally break through. Because and I mean, my parents have always taught me that. It's, you know, they say like, hey, my time is up. Luckily, they're very knowledgeable and learn a lot of things, which I'm super appreciative of. But, you know, I've always been told, even in school, I was taught, it's like, you need the old guard to stand down or get too old. Like I remember a teacher saying in university, you need people like me to get too old where my voice no longer matters because ageism works in your favor, which was us, and ageism holds back our issues so that you guys can push the future forward. So he's like, you have to use ageism to fight racism. And I'm like, oh, that's a weird one. That's a weird take, but it's true. You need to shove them all in the metaphorical old folks' home so they no longer have influence over society. A morally ethical conundrum, but also it's like, the way you solve it is you eliminate it through their own system that they designed to benefit them. But then you change the system once they've like been through the meat grinder of it, right? It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to look at. Exactly, Marie. And she always handled it well, right? I never felt like, I remember being, because, you know, my extended family, there were parts where it's like, they'd be like, oh yeah, people sitting on money, like, you know, we all had to work our way up and stuff like this, and we don't want, but at the same time, they're not looking for jobs that pay ludicrous amounts, right? Because that's always the weird thing when people talk about money. You know, I'm okay with, like, I would love to have a lot of money so that I could do a lot of things with that money, both philanthropy and just living comfortably. But I'm also not a guy who lives with a lot, but I also haven't known to live with a lot, and I was taught not to live with a lot. But it's at the same time, if you're going to work a position that doesn't pay a lot, you can't be upset that other people are rich if they've worked their way up to that. Because there are, like I said, like my friend there, her parents were born into it, but they also worked to keep that. They could have blown it all they wanted, right? They could have. Cubby Blade, thank you. Continue to show off that Broken gave you those months. So what are you on? Entered month 2. 2-month resub? I'm so confused. 5-month resub. Month 2 of the 3 package you got. Appreciate that, man. Good morning. Embrace the face. If you had a death note, yeah. Man, it's like, you know, you have a bunch of people who work 5-digit jobs and are like, man, I wish I could be rich. It's like, well, if you're gonna work a 9-to-5, then go home and live your life normally, and you weren't born into it, you're not gonna be rich. Like, you can save all you want, but if you're gonna have a family, sadly, if you're gonna have a like sadly in terms of like how expensive kid stuff is, right? But it's like, if you want to have a family and live life the way you want to, being rich is not going to be achievable unless you change circumstances, right? Yeah, exactly, Marie. That's what I was taught, right? Get a roof over your head, surround yourself with people, not just a partner, but surround yourself with people who you love. Live out your time the best you can. If people get in your way, solve the ways to improve the situation, not remove it. Yeah. It's a bit of a defeatist statement, Harry, but at the same time, you're not wrong, right? It's not defeatist to recognize that we've made it through a system like this, and, you know, time and time again, born 1991, my generation fucking sucks. We millennials are in a shitty spot. Shitty spot. I was always the class, after I left, things got better, right? Left elementary school got better. Left high school got better. right? Left uni, stuff got better. Job market was shit. Well, my sister graduates, God bless, she gets a full-time job, right? A lot of things went south, but a lot of things changed too. It's just the way it is, and things will... Yeah. Oh, of course, Marie. It's a... Didn't it just come out? Wasn't it an American article that said, there was a vote to, like... What was it? It was something to do... like... Something about if they... Oh, they wanted to... It's like pay equity or pay equality or something like that, but they were turning it down in a state because it would actually remove the racial pay gap. Like, that's what was stated at their reasons for denying it, because it would remove a racial pay gap. Like, just flat out saying it. I gotta look it up. I can't remember. I saw it last night, I think. Was it UK? Transparent salary ranges introduced in California. Where was it? Yeah, we're getting to something here. The people who voted against it, there's a specific quote that was taken. Again, it's out of context. It's only on Twitter. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, Marie. You need to say them out loud so you know who to, like, fucking smack. And if they're never going to say it out loud, you can feel it out loud. That's what I've always told my kids. Like, I've said, like, just be open with me, because if you're hiding it, I can see it. Just say it. I'd rather you say it so you don't try to, like, figure out a way to say it in a different way. Let's see here. Where was that statement? It's the fact we even deal with racial and gender pay gaps is already fucking ridiculous. How can we say we actually have human rights and labor rights when we still have shit like that? Like, that's the weird thing, is we say we have, we don't. We don't. Like, a lot of it's just not there. This became a sociology class, by the way. Maybe it was the UK one. I feel like I read something that basically said, like, if we do this, we will lose the ability to have racial pay gap. How's the new Pokemon thing? Farigiraf. Girafarig evolves into Farigiraf. Farigiraf. Man, you say that name wrong, you're gonna have problems in VGC. We vote in presence as a hot. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Does not surprise me, Harry, with that comic. Very accurate. Brought to you by Subway. Yep, everyone making the Subway joke. Sandwiches can restore your Pokemon's HP and grant effects that may be handy on your event. So it's basically curry, but like caching and XP and stuff like this. Except you have to... Okay, so you can change the design of your tablecloth, cups, water bottles, and other picnic items. Billiards table at the picnic table. Okay, you can have a picnic anywhere with exploring. So it sounds like you can set up your own picnic table like the tents. Good. I thought it was supposed to be like specific tables. That'd be weird. Yes. And that's usually the way that it goes, right, Marie? Was that also how colonialism and like the kings and all of them were falling off because people became more educated and they realized, like, the holes in the system. Like, people just got smarter and found the holes and found things that are like, oh, you actually can't defend this. And then just slowly corroded because they had no real leftover support for it. As long as they are not the majority, they cannot win. Like, that's how they have to win, right? They have to... They have to maintain that majority. That's why when you look at stuff like Italy, what just happened recently in Italy, where an openly fascist leader won. First time. No, this is the first time since Mussolini with an openly fascist leader. You know what? No, they don't. That's the best part, Marie. They don't. Italy is the worst. Italy politics is a mess, and people there just actually don't give a fuck. Because they hear her talking like Vin Diesel, like, she's the one. See, she's talking about family and putting us first and making Italy great. Wait. Trust me, we've had these talks time and time again. My grandparents have told me many things that like, they were too young to necessarily fully understand it, but I've heard stuff that goes on over there, and it's like, there's a reason why their economy is so poor. You can buy houses over there for $1. For $1. Ooh, my girlfriend's bridesmaid dresses came in. Yeah, they mistook her for Vin Diesel. That was the problem, Suwako. They're too idiotic and worn out. Putin. God, don't even get started on that. There's nothing even to talk about with that particular issue in the world. I held my tongue with Twitch. I can hold my tongue with Putin. Don't get me started on a platform that I love slowly killing itself. Choking itself by every last Bezos buck it could shove in its ass. It's not even Bezos anymore. That's how bad it is. They're reaching for the coins that are stuck in the bottom, like stuck to the caked to the bottom of the piggy bank. God. But yeah. In D&D terms, you are absolutely correct, Marie. It's exactly what it is, right? And that's exactly how it goes. Once people like have you not seen many ways in which when companies are starting to collapse, like what they end up doing? They're just like, well, if I'm going down, I'm lighting the whole place up with me, right? Where they just like, yeah, you're not getting like, look at Stadia. Stadia is the easiest recent example. Like, yeah, Stadia's not surviving, so we're gonna go. By the way, anyone who's making games, you're not getting your money back. Bye. You know, like they'll just burn it down and take whatever they can. Sears, when Sears Canada closed, they put everything on sale, but what they did was they put everything on a 20% off, but raised the prices by 20% so that it looked like it was on sale, but it was the exact same price, and they were caught. I don't remember what actually happened out of that, but they did that. They put everything on sale, but they raised it up to the amount that the sale was, so that it just ended up being the same price. Some beautiful deception tactics. Beautiful in the stupidest terms. Yeah, it was bad, Suwako. It was really bad. Oh, man. That was ridiculous. Or Target. Target trying to succeed in Canada. Holy shit. And now Zellers is coming back as a pop-up store. Did you know that, Harry? Zellers is actually coming back, but they're going to be like you know how like McDonald's exists in Walmart? Like they're like that mini store. Basically, it's going to be Walmart. Oh, dear. Yeah, and then there's Toys R Us, which I loved. I love going to Toys R Us. That's where I bought my video games before I went to GameStop or EB Games at the time. I would buy my cards from there because I didn't go to comic book shops, and comic book shops didn't really exist closely. Princess Auto? Forge an anvil? Ooh. I have a friend who wanted to get into smithing. Or at least woodworking. My girlfriend would do it too if she had the stuff. She would super love carpentry, I think. Because my friend's a TIG welder, or a MIG welder. He wants to become a TIG welder or something like that. I can't remember MIG or TIG, which one he has right now, but... An ancient art, reforged by the new. I can see Boss enjoying that. I can see Boss enjoying smithing 100%. Yeah, Forged in Fire is a good show. I actually remember watching that when I was waiting for my friend a few years ago when he lived at his parents' place. I came in, and I was gonna go referee, and I thought my friend was home, but he was still at work. So, when I came in, his dad's like, yeah, he's not here. You want to come in and watch some shows with me? I'm like, sure. We just talked about watching Forged in Fire. They're neat. You know what I'd rather have, though? You know those lovely British painting shows, like the Great Painting Show or whatever, the Great Bake Off, or those type of shows, like the very relaxing, calm, like, oh, how wonderful. The way that you accentuate her eyebrows amongst the trees is spectacular. I would like to have that with blacksmithing. I just don't want the whole, like, it's time to see if you can slice, where they make it so intense, like, okay, let's see how sharp your blade is. And just keep it, like, nice and casual. It doesn't have to be, like, this super dramatic American show where it's like, here we go! Let's see if your great blade kills them! Ah! You know, like, just cut that part out. Just slice through the things to show how well they did. Cut out the judging. I just want to see people smith stuff. Schmish stuff. Yeah, the glass blowing show, yeah. We've been talked about that before. This will kill. That guy's the best. He reminds me of the newest Sulu, like the Chris Pine Star Trek. He's like, this will kill. Yes, Captain. Oh my God, Suwako. Man at Arms? Interesting. There's a really good TikToker. I usually don't talk about TikTok. There's a really good guy on Twitter and TikTok called Commander Carl. He does videos of showing how you would reload anything. Like anything. So people are like, how do you reload a banana? So he has like an actual crosshair. And he holds a banana. He actually shows how he'd like shoot the weapon and then like reload. It's really well done. Super well done. I don't keep up with them, but when I see it scrolling, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Because that is brilliant content and very smart content too. Like he did like a lint roller, and I'm just like, I know where this is going, but I just want to see it. And just how clean it is, how clean he does it. He can do anything. He does anything. Like he takes. Let me just run down his resume. He's done a torque wrench. How to reload a torque wrench. There's the lint roller. That's a tripod. Yep. That's a flashlight, I believe. Oh, it's a lantern. Yeah. He does a speak and spell. Like this guy's great. Like I'll send you this video. This is his compilation. I've never heard of Man at Arms, no. I don't watch fairy shows too. Speak and spell is great. It's so good. It's so smart. Unarmed reload. I've never seen this. Oh my God. That's beautiful. Oh, I got banned from Reddit? Why? I'm sorry. He reloads a level. Oh my god. What the hell? Huh. Leaf blower reload. Woodworkers. Oh, that's cool. See, this is smart content. This is why I can't succeed on the internet. These guys are brilliant. But this is the type of stuff I'm trying to achieve in the games that I build, like the artistic direction and stuff, especially the co-op one that I'm making, where I'm making like the abs sword, the abs, which is the absurdly buff sword, which is just 2 arms, class like this. You have a 6-pack on the blade. Like that's the stuff I like building. That's the type of stuff like Commander Carl there. That's the type of stuff that I'm into when it's creative directions. Like take stuff that exists and then make it. Make it unique in that way, I guess. I don't know the better word for it. Hamburger earmuffs. Oh my god, I can make a hamburger helmet and call it a meathead. Inserting that into game. I haven't worked on my game in a while. I've been so busy with it. I've actually been busy with setting up Extra Life stuff to an extent, and that and working with other things and just being burnt out for my game. I'm at the point now where I have to do numbers, or I have to fix the... I think I finally finalized the rules. I think. Hope you guys like basic addition and subtraction, because that's what this is. But I've gotten it down. I just have to fix some things to match the rules and then actually build the numbers into the game. And then it's good to go once I actually make the stuff. Yes, they have a Halloween lobby. Apparently they're also going to be adding some Halloween stuff in later on. Unite's doing a Halloween event starting October 27th. Probably because they realized Zerork has to come out and they have the Harvest Moon event. They've pulled on me where they post too many things. What's in the classic RPG bundle, Kami? Okay, do I need to prepare anything for tonight? The only thing I have to do is get you captured. But I don't think anything else needs to be prepared. I set up the room. If you guys haven't seen the I Want to Be the Change room, remember tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I Want to Be the Change 2022 starts. You can take on my maps. You can watch 4 lovely individuals take on my maps. It's going to be a fun time. I get to nerd out about how I thought into designs, even if I sound more professional than the actual design entails. I like talking about what was going through my mind when I designed it. Because honestly, it's going to sound weird, but I kind of like that I'm imperfect and untrained, because the more I talk about it, the more I realize, like, I had a direction, I just didn't have the hands to achieve said direction. But things exist for reasons, and I like that. Oh yeah, I gotta see if they're still calling me an art teacher. Am I still an art teacher? Okay, they meant public speaking, which is hilarious because they say that I have a new kid joining me for my 1 o'clock public speaking class at 1:30. So they're gonna miss the first half an hour. It's gonna be very awkward for them. Oh wow, that kind of classic RPG. Damn, that's a lot of RPG. That's a lot of PG in the RPG. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's all in fun. It's all in fun tonight. We're never bash people for their skill. We play Omega Strikers and Unite on this channel. We're not gonna bash anybody for skill. It's all in good fun. Show off some stuff. See if people can think in my mind when it comes to platforming. We're going all the way back to what I built a year ago. Technically 2 years ago. Technically, but not actually yet. I already have plans for the next I Wanna Makers. Because the more that in my opinion, the better that I've gotten, at stuff, the more foresight I have with future maps. So, like, for example, I can tell you right now, Bottom of the Well and Shadow Temple kind of have some tricks of the eye, but I need to balance between darkness so it's not too difficult on people's eyes and sort of trickery, I guess. I'm not quite sure how I want to do it yet. The first I Wanna happens tonight at 8 p.m., Kami. The maps will go live at 8:15, so you'll have to join channel. You'll have to join the channel to see what's coming up, and then I will put the codes in for people to start playing on stream, and then I'll put it in Discord to be stored. There should be an I Wanna Be the Change channel in the Discord somewhere down the middle of all the channels. God, the knot in my back is really painful. Ugh. And like I said, if you guys want to play it to get that contribution towards the I Wanna Be the Change donations, it goes up to $100. You can play any of them. You don't have to play the first one that comes out. You don't have to beat them in order. None of the lore is not profound. It's just going through Ocarina of Time experience in order if you want to. But if you can't beat some maps, you can beat like 1 or 2 maps. You post the proof in Discord in the I Wanna Be the Change channel. And that's $1. And you have until November 3rd to beat all of them. You don't have to beat them week by week. You can take your time. You can wait until like November 2nd. Just take them all on at once if you wanted to. There is no rush. Giving you the opportunity even after the event. Because the event's running until like it's every Thursday, right? So the last map is shown off October 27th. And they have a week after that. And that just leads us into the marathon. So... I was gonna fire up some Unite or try and figure out Metal Hellsinger, but I'm just enjoying talking. I'm enjoying this. It's a nice break. I need to have a sociological explosion, as well as just relaxing and thinking about stuff that's happening. Admittedly, I've been very concerned, especially with the stuff going on with Twitch. And just like work stuff, trying to figure out like how the hell I'm ever gonna afford a future. But working on this stuff has helped a lot. Because I recognize the value in it. It's been good. We've been having a good time on stream. It feels like 2022 for the channel has been very, very positive. Very, very good, not just mentally, but like I feel like the channel itself as a business, like as a mini entertainment business is shaping up to be a good one. Eventually push it forward with like non-clip short form content, maybe some long form content. Need to get some things organized. I will say this, I think Nerdzilla has done more for this channel than she realizes, and you might be seeing her more in the future. Not like she's just a business person, that's it, but I mean like I want to work with Nerd more with certain things if I can. She's an incredibly passionate artist and has done, like, extraordinary amounts just for charity alone. And she's a cool person, too, so it's, like, a double whammy. So it'd be nice to get, to get to know her more, but also work with her more. You'll take the credit for ProPokeNoob, dear. That's fair. That's fair. You're my cover for when I can't use my face or just this. So let's see. Tomorrow night I go to a pumpkin show, Pumpkin Expo. Saturday I work and watch Rings of Power. Sunday, I'm at Thanksgiving, even though I was supposed to go to a rehearsal. And then Monday, I'm at Thanksgiving. Sorry, Americans. Canadian Thanksgiving. Because apparently it's a much different way and too early to celebrate being thankful about stuff. Oh, you keep up with Cobra Kai? Really? My friends did for a while, then they gave up on it because they said it was a little juvenile. I don't know. I just don't watch. It's very rare that I'm even watching a series. The fact that I watched Arcane and now Rings of Power is a big step for me. My girlfriend and I have a list of things that I want to watch, and we just kind of like, if we have time and are bored, we just look at the list and go, all right, what's accessible? Because I won't do it by myself. I mean, I will. I prefer watching it with her. It's my excuse. It's my excuse to my girlfriend is to hang out with me. It's great. It's a great show. Especially being a League of Legends fan of the lore and, like, of the game. It's such a great show because I see all these tiny little Easter eggs that they're doing. No, see, that's the trap, boys. You never do that. Never do that. That'd be like saying, man, I really like Rings of Power. Time to go play Lord of the Rings 1 through 3 on the PS1 or whatever. Even though apparently those games were good. Or was the 1 bad and 2 and 3 were good? I can't remember. But, yeah. Yeah, Return of the King was great. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember watching my cousin play that. That was a good game. There you go. PS2. I think number 2 was the one that they found not good. I still remember that one scene of, like, the trees shaking the ramparts and how, like, it was just like, oh, these animations are great. I look back and go, man, those animations are definitely PS2. I think the Arcane to League of Legends players are the worst, like jokingly, because they're like, I just want to play characters from Arcane, and they end up playing like Jinx, Vi, which luckily Vi is in meta right now. They play like Warwick, if they understood the whole Vander thing, where I think he's gonna become Warwick. That's my prediction for Season 2, is he is Warwick, because he looked like he was being modified by Singed. He's gonna be enhanced to become Warwick. Echo. We gotta play all these like B-tier characters. I just want to play my favorite character from Arcane. It's like those people who play. It's like those people who play like Unite because they want to play their favorite Pokemon, and then they're like, "Man, I love playing Buzzsword." Oh, that's me. Shit. But I don't tank rank for it. And people like Affinity were godlike at their one-trick pony Zero or Slash. Hopefully now Scizor gameplay. Scissor's not very good, though. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about it. I haven't heard anybody, like, actually praising Scizor. I've just never heard anybody... Like, he's busted in terms of damage, but I don't think anyone's good enough at him yet, unless you're in high rank. It's like Dodrio. Dodrio's a noob smasher, I think. I want to call Dodrio being a noob smasher. And that's not just a tilt Suwako. I think he actually is a noob smasher. Oh, yeah. Nova on HOTS was great. That was one of the characters that got me into the beta. That's why I joined it, because Nova was one of the characters. I'm like, this character looks like my style. Because that's, in League of Legends, I was a big poke-heavy champion player. But then I learned that I'm like, oh, I guess I'm okay at melee once I learned how to learned how to do it. I hate you, Kami. I fucking hate that. Because Xander is an Abathur player, and I love the concept of Abathur. I just couldn't do it. I don't know how people soak so well. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to move in, put my Locust, and then drop mines and all this other crap, and then I die because there's a Medivh on the enemy team, or like jumping the walls to kill me. I go, I don't understand. But other ones are getting away with it. Like, I'm doing all the push, and then my team's dying. I'm like, okay, I'm going to support my team. Then no lanes are pushing. Like, you just gotta move your symbiote faster. I'm like, I'm sorry, I am. No, you're definitely wrong. You had to do stuff. That's what I liked about HOTS. HOTS had so many good ideas with talents. It's such a shame they dropped it. It was legitimately a good game. It was different in a good way. Hard to balance, but it was good. They just didn't care. Like the people giving them money didn't care enough about it, but the people building it wanted it to work. It annoys me. It's a sad loss, right? It's a sad loss to the mobile world. I didn't want it to be like outshining League. I didn't care about that. I didn't care that it was like Unite where it's an easier MOBA to play. I just wanted them to care enough to keep their art going, and they dropped it. It's a shame. Yeah, it was another option. That's the thing, we don't have many MOBA options anymore. Or if we do, you don't know them. That's why something like Omega Strikers is a good change of pace, right? It's more of it's like a BR MOBA. And now Smite's getting RuneScape gods. Did you guys see that? I should try Smite again. I didn't get into it. Yeah, it's a sport BA. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good idea. It's a great idea. I love it. It plays well. It actually plays pretty well. They could do away with side streets. Fuck that map. But the game plays fun. I don't feel too many things are necessarily overpowered, but I'm also, again, not high enough rank to know or care. It's just a fun little game to play with friends. Sports. Like, I've always been intimidated by it because I think I'm not good at shooters, so it, like, freaks me out. But I always like the concept of a third-person view. The other thing is I don't mind because my account got, like, stuck on my laptop, so when I uninstalled the game, it actually didn't uninstall itself. So I didn't know what to do with that. So I don't mind that it's not on my computer anymore because it seemed to be a giant resource hog and would not let go and not give me my account back. Oh, is this through Steam now? Oh, that might be better. It wasn't through Steam when I played. But I like playing, like you know, fighting gods and just doing it. It seemed like a cool game. I can't remember who I played. I'd have to look again. I feel like I played Hercules or Zeus. Let me look. It's my characters. That's how you spell characters, but it'll know. Gods. I just called gods characters. Jesus Christ. That's not a character in Smite. Who did I play? Oh, there are so many people here. Holy shit. Baba Yaga's in this game? When did that happen? Just want to play it so I make an account named John Wick. Not that I ever watched the movie, but the scenes look amazing. Did I play Ares? Definitely not. No, I feel like I played a free-to-play character. There are a lot of gods in this game. What the fuck? Oh, Gilgamesh would be cool. King of the Uruk. Wow, are they? Did I play Hercules? I don't know if I played Hercules. Dota, yeah, Dota 2's still big. Mostly in the Russian scene. It's not so big NA anymore. NAU. It's mostly Russia. King Arthur? Jormungandr is in this? You can play as Jormungandr? What the hell? Holy crap! I play this game just so I can play my favorite gods. Just like how people play their favorite Pokemon. I'm trying to remember who I played. Maybe I played Mercury. I don't think I would have played a melee character, though. Mulan's in this. Oh, cool. Nox? No. Nike. Odin, definitely not. Who the hell did I play in this game? Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe I played Raw. Maybe I played Wingardium Raw. Janice? Interesting. Let me see. Just gonna look at the abilities. That's loud. Loki? Oh, God. Shiva set. Scylla's a little girl? I didn't know that. It wasn't Soul. Was his son Wukong? Man, it's been so long. I don't remember who I played. It might have been her. It might have been Thor. Is Thor here? Thor's got to be here, right? Thor's not here. No, Thor's here. It might have been Thor. Have fun, Marie. No, it wasn't Thor. Huh. I actually don't remember who I played in this. Maybe it's been so long I just don't recognize them anymore. Ymir? Might have been Ymir. Slay that mountain. No, it definitely wasn't Ymir. I would remember placing ice walls like that. No, this is too complicated. Huh. That's a lot of characters in this game. Holy crap. I guess Ishtar is the newest one that came out. Did I play Hermes? Is Hermes on here? Was it Geb? Nope, definitely not. I don't know. The point is, that's a lot of gods. But yeah, there's not many other MOBAs that rival something like League of Legends. League of Legends basically, it's the pick now, right? And frankly, like when you think about it, I mean, it's not exhausting or embarrassing to say. It's a very well done game, right? Even if there are professionals out there looking at it and going like, "Oh, this is built well," or "There's shit company," it's like it is a good game. There's a reason why it's lasted, right? Yeah, that's the thing. LoL is built to be you want to get good at a game, and you will spend time getting good at a game. HOTS is the way to go, Kami. That's the thing. Is HOTS was supposed to be that, but they didn't see it like that because they're like, oh, we can't rival League of Legends or Dota 2 and Smite, so fuck that. It's like, no, that's not the point, Blizzard. You money-guzzling assholes. HOTS was perfect for the pseudo, or for like the half-casual, half-competitive community. Because you could get good at HOTS. But it also didn't feel like you didn't have to build items and perfect it. You built tiers and talents and played different ways. And their designs were actually kind of unique. They did things that other games wouldn't do. Frickin' Cho'Gall is a brilliant idea. A two-person, like a one character controlled by two people. One moves, one shoots. Abathur. It's not Yuumi, so it's way better. Right? They have their own little lore they can build around. Freaking Deathwing. Like, there were so many neat ideas. Lost Vikings. Like, they had so many unique ideas. But because it couldn't be a top competitive game, which is so strange because, like, it doesn't have to be better than League for it to be a competitive game. You can just make it competitive in its own field and be good to go. It's just Blizzard being no money. No money in it, guys. Bye. No money, no support. Just like StarCraft 2. Although my theory is because RTS, like I know that RTS died off, so like StarCraft 2 is the only thing. It's like, but imagine if you were just the thing, right? Like if StarCraft just became the RTS that was competitive. Like, you would. The money's not probably there either way, because if you could tell from Age of Empires 4, it probably just didn't. It's not making enough, right? Oh yeah, they fell from grace. Blizzard has fallen from grace so much. Not just because of the issues in company. They're so dead set on being that parasite on the more array that is World of Warcraft. I like playing RTS, Kami. I actually want, what was it called? Tooth and Nail? It was an animal game. It was the first Tooth and Tail. Tooth and Tail was the first, at least to my knowledge, the first RTS playable on a controller. Yeah, StarCraft 2 is free, which is funny because that's part of Archipelago. StarCraft 2 has too many activatables for me. I like Age of Empires, much simpler. When I play RTS, I just want, like, simple build armies, build towns. I make, like, these wonderful, beautiful things while my friend carries my ass, absolutely. Mujini carries me through RTS. Rightfully so. He's extremely good at those games. Very good at min-maxing and optimizing builds. I like watching the animations of the building stuff. Call it hyperfixation. I just like watching the build stuff. But yeah, Tooth and Tail was when I actually had my eyes on. Because this game... I have to play it with people, though. I wouldn't play it by myself. I don't play RTS by myself. I know, but the thing was with StarCraft, I didn't like having to think about, like, micromanaging abilities and stuff like that. Age of Empires also didn't play PvP. I tried playing it PvP once and got slaughtered. It's like Command & Conquer. I played, what was it called? OpenRA? For something? But, yeah. Yeah, Tooth and Tail was when I always had my eyes on, because I'm like, this actually looks cool. Asynchronous RTS. Ooh. Kami, I'm just gonna say it, man. You and myself, you and I, let's get cozy here. Just hear me out, okay? You and me, we'll be together. Listen, okay? Here's the thing. It just sounds like I'm perfect JCab material. I'm just saying. I feel like Harry, myself, you. I mean, like, cozier, you know, if I just hug a little more. I just feel like I am Stream Team material. Because between Harry's game, like, board game obsession, and you and Chocobo's things, and then I've got some other friends, and we just play games together, and we have the time. Amazingly. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing in my resume. One player's in RTS mode, the other player's with third-person units. That's fucking cool. That kind of sounds like Songs of Conquest, which I really wanted to go back to. I just don't have time to play all these games. I'm super appreciative of being able to play them, but I don't have time to play them all. Unless I was a full-time streamer, then I'd play games every single day and mix it up. We'd have an RTS day, we'd have a roguelike day, we'd have a nuzlocke day. Like, that would be the dream, right? I work 5 or 6 days a week sustainably, and I have, like, nuzlocke day, rogue day, MOBA day, co-op day. Like, I'd love to do that. Absolutely would love to do it. That's what it was, Songs of Conquest? Yeah. It was like, it was the game that it was based off of. Yeah, it's brilliant. That's a smart way of doing it. Of one player being a base commander, playing hero units? Yeah. Wait, what's the name of the game? Did he say the name of the game? Oh, that's the RTS mode. I see what you're saying. Base commander, the other player playing hero units. Oh, like Warcraft 3, but asynchronous? Kind of thing? Where you, like, recruit Illidan, and then Illidan controls armies, or boosts armies? Base commander can build this, and you could help build it and buffs for maybe I have to see it. I'm not quite understanding. It's not your fault. I'm just not understanding. Asymmetrical. Thank you. That's what it's called. If I recall, asymmetrical gameplay also exists in stuff like Wargroove, because asymmetrical makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that would be wild. Time traveling RTS? Oh boy. Savage the Battle for New Earth? Never heard of that. Akron? There's actually a tower defense game I have. It's called Legions TD2. It came out in, came out in Humble Bundle. It's like a tower defense PvP game of sorts. I think you played against AI and stuff, but that's a game I want to try. There's a few games on my list right now. I'm just looking at my list. Like, I still want to try Star Renegades, just haven't had time. That was a game I was excited for a year ago, and I still am. Just haven't had time just to, like, dive into it. I do want to give Legend of Keeper a look again. Because that game is kind of like a Darkest Dungeon level, where you have to take a lot of time to play it. Legend of Keepers, there we go. There's some games on my list here I still need to visit for the first time. Oh, I gotta turn that off. It's not September anymore. Sorry, guys. It is no longer September, but appreciate everybody who did take part in it. Wait. Did I have that playing twice? I did! I have 2 of those? I haven't revisited, I have not revisited Super Auto Pets in an extremely long time. I played this game? I don't remember playing this game at all. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Wizard of Legend, what have they done with this game in a while? This was a fun game. Very hard. Very hard for me. But this was a fun little game. Just didn't have enough in it to keep my attention. Not enough spell combinations that you could enjoy. IMO. But that's me, though. Maybe it was also, like, my opinion was tainted because I was not good at the game, but definitely didn't have enough going for it. I haven't played it since the Air Temple update. AVP? But have you played Long Live Santa, Harry? Oh, Alien vs. Predator. Have you played one of the 2 games we're bringing up this year? Well, we always bring Long Live Santa, but we're introducing a new game to the rotation. It's called Prop and Seek. It's Gary's mod, but way jankier and really freaking funny. You could be a water tower in the middle of a street. It's wonderful. Yeah, no, we're playing that this year. It's free to play too. It has a battle pass, which makes it even funnier. Every year during the marathon in November, we play some community games, whether it be golf with your friends. So I try to find some free-to-play stuff that people can play. Long Live Santa is the mainstay that Zeno told me about years ago, and we have played in every Extra Life, and it will continue to be that way. But this year we're also introducing Prop and Seek. I might skip on Fall Guys. I don't know. I'm not particularly overly excited about it. I think it would get really boring really quickly. Even golf with your friends gets less boring because you have Mario Kart items you can throw at people. But yeah, Prop and Seek and Long Live Santa will be, yeah. Oh, yeah. Omega Strikers has an update. Whoa! That's a new character, probably. Seriously, how do people do just chatting streams alone? You can post links, you're good. It is all fair game unless it's something illegal, in which case you're good. I know. Banned. Nobody clicked that. That probably exists as actually a virus. I don't trust the internet. If we can think it, it's been done, right? Oh, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I figured, Tim. Also, hello. Yeah, of course, yeah. It's gonna be, it would be like Cards Against Humanity for me. It was funny the first couple of times, and then the more you play it, the more people get serious about just trying to find the cards that win it, and it's like... I got better games that I like to play with friends, like Crawl. Like, if I'm gonna have my friends beating me to death, I'd rather it not be Fall Guys. Or the Pokemon deck building game. Yeah. Oh my god, Kami. I love Sentinels of the Multiverse. I have it on Steam. I love that. That game is so cool. I own that game. I got it for $1. Do you have the physical copy? Like, that's a game I would play a few times. Because that game is great. I never got deep enough into it. You have most of the physical cards? Jesus. Yeah, no, that game was, that was a very cool game. That was, like, what I played before I found Zombicide and all those other, like, replayable games with similar elements. Right. Deck building games on your radar. Single deck builders in your area? I'm in. Send me all the deck builders. I want to take a look at those decks. Just on my private time, you know? It's more likely than you think. Wow. I mean, what deck builders do I have currently that I'm looking at? I don't know. I'd have to go. Probably on tabletop. I don't have any. I mean, like Spire of Friends would be the closest deck builder I have that I can play with people. It's free shuffle estate. Oh, yeah, we know that one. That one's a good one. The 1v1 one. If I could give you one piece of advice that my girlfriend and I discovered, play Hufflepuff. Play Hufflepuff. Just play Hufflepuff. Because we were under the big impression that Gryffindor was really good. And my girlfriend would outpace me with Ravenclaw. But Hufflepuff has some of the most economically ridiculously loaded cards when you start as Hufflepuff. And if you don't start as Hufflepuff, play Gryffindor, pick up a Hufflepuff ally, and build Hufflepuff cards. Because Hufflepuff is nuts. It is a very powerful combo. Well, I mean, it's amongst humans. For a god like you, Harry, you'll make Slytherin look good. Because I tried, Hufflepuff destroyed me. Star Realms? I do not own that. Just checking. Oh yeah, Spellcaster University I have to play eventually too. This is why when we're doing that Rogue Marathon next year, you'll see all the Rogue games that I have. Oh, it's a free-to-play game. Space Combat Deck Builder. Keyforge? Why do I feel like I've seen this game before? Those cards look familiar. Did I have a friend that owned these? Like those those icons, those icons look familiar. This looks familiar to me. Legendary Marvel? Legendary. I think I own that. Let me check my tabletop. I'm thinking Villainous, actually. I'm thinking of Villainous, so... Actually, why am I opening the game? I could have just frickin' looked at the workshop. You fool! Why am I opening this game? It's gonna lag up my computer. Yeah, my girlfriend and I had a really fun time with Villainous. The only thing is, I feel like it would be a game that gets old really quickly, and I wouldn't spend the money on it. Playing it digitally was perfectly fine just to try out different villains. She played Hades, and I played Jafar. I'm a big Jafar fan. Minus all the stuff he does, but he's a cool guy. I wanted to try out like Captain Hook and stuff like that too. Like I would play it just to play as my favorite villains, but not to like get good at the game, right? Yeah. It's one of those like it'll get really old really quickly if you don't play it with like super intent to get into the game a lot, right? Let's see, Legendary. Marvel Legendary. You talking about Marvel Legendary? Deck building game in Marvel Legendary. It's on Tabletop Sim. Medium complexity, complete set of deck building game. Update, although most of the current expansions, time new expansion not included are Noir, Spider-Man Homecoming, and MCU Phase 1. Holy shit, this keeps getting updated? Yeah, Marvel Legendary is on tabletop. What's the other one you were mentioning? Keyforge? Might just be like they couldn't get the pictures. Keyforge tokens exist. Keyforged? Or is it Keyforge? Oh, Keyforge Ligma, of course. Keyforge Impossible decks? What the hell is the... This game looks funky. What the hell is this? Keyforge Expense? This looks cheap. It doesn't look like a well-built thing. Is it Keyforge Adventures? Or is it just Keyforge? Like it looks cheap from the pictures. My bad. Like not like a bad game. It just does not look. Just Forge. Rise of the Kirakin? Oh my god, it's my kind of game. Yes. Keyforge Ultimate. Oh, really? Is that what that is? You buy random decks to play? Oh, that's weird. Keyforge, create your deck. Worlds collide. Well, there's no actual like fully built game for this. You'd have to build your own, so. How does Marvel Legendary play? Oh, scripted. There's a scripted version. Sure, let's try it. Buy individual decks. It's random what you get, but you don't trade cards and build decks that way. What? I don't understand. Have a good Lord Kami. Thanks for hanging out, man. That's interesting. So what stops you from trading them then? Like, why can't you trade the cards? Wait, HeroScape is on this? Do we actually have HeroScape? That was a game I never got to actually play. Holy shit! Alex, we're gonna play HeroScape. It's really cool. My friend next door bought, like, the starter pack for this, and we never actually fully played it. Yes. Yes. HeroScape is a grid-based tabletop game. You build the world yourself. In a database as they are, because decks get retired for competitive play if they win a tournament. What the hell? Damn, that is a money grab and a half. Interesting concept, but that sure as hell is loot box deck playing the game. Wow. There's also Marvel HeroScape. Yes. Draft the HeroScape. Let me see if I can find a better version here of Legendary Marvel. So there's a scripted version here. Try to figure out, this one is most expansions high quality. Is this one scripted though? Okay, so this one's not scripted. So this one owns Core, Fantastic Four, Paint the Town Red, Guardians of the Galaxy, Secret Wars Volume 1 and 2, Captain America 75th Anniversary, Deadpool Civil War Noir, X-Men Champions, World War Hulk, Ant-Man, Venom, Dimension, Revelations, S.H.I.E.L.D., Heroes of Asgard, The New Mutants, and Into the Cosmos. This one's not scripted, though. This one is scripted, what's it lacking? Okay, this one supports all non-villain expansions through Into the Cosmos. So I don't know how far that is in the lineage for Marvel Legendary. I mean, I'll subscribe to it. Dragonheart? See if Dragonheart exists. Kill the dragon. Kill the Dragon est un jeu de cartes dans la veine des Schottentotten au site perdu, du moins au niveau de la tension créée. Vous posez une carte, maintenant ou attendre encore un peu. La particularité et l'intérêt de Cœur de Dragon, ce sont les effets déclenchés par la pose d'une carte. I was born in Ontario. I don't have a French accent. Pour récupérer des cartes coffre à trésor, il faut poser un dragon de feu, mais celui-ci est pris lorsque 3 chasseurs de dragons ont été joués. There's an English version. I'm just practicing my French right now. Elle-même étant récupérée par les navires. Du moins lorsque 3 ont été joués. Vous voyez le genre? Okay, what does this actually read? Dragons, knights, trolls, princesses, dwarves, and other fantasy characters make up the world of Dragonheart. Dragons are searching for treasure, of course, but they're being pursued by dragon hunters, and those are two sides that face off of the game. On a turn, a player plays one or more cards with the same motif, then refills his hand to 5 cards. The cards are always played onto the part of the game board that has the same motif. By laying out cards, the player collects point cards that are already present. How the dragon collects treasure cards, for example, but the third dragon hunter defeats the dragon while the second hunter protects the princess. Oh, so you either tackle the dragon or protect the princess. Interesting. Suaka and I just finished the Deep Rock Galactic board game, the one that's on tabletop. We got the 14 missions. Doesn't have the expansion yet, but that was a pretty good game. That's a pretty good game. Highly recommend it. Also customizable. I built a campaign already because I have a problem with building things. A good problem. Anything else here? Not yet, no. Or you find a game that you like more than the game that you played, so you like drop it, then you go back and like, oh yeah, this game was good, you have no idea why. Yep. Rufus is currently commenting on the map that I posted today. There will be another one posted around 4 o'clock. Oh, dude, we were talking about this during Tabletop Appreciation Weekend with Harry and Estolia and the like. And they were basically saying the same thing I was. Collecting board games is so hard now. It's really expensive. Like, it's worth it if you take care of them. But, man, it is an expensive hobby. Like, it I don't want to say it rivals card games, but it sure as hell has, like... I mean, any collection is going to be quote-unquote expensive if you do it wrong. Right? If you just buy everything and not actually enjoy it. What'd you call this? Hero Realms? What are the co-op games, Tim? I'm a big fan of co-op games because I don't like losing to my friends. I'm big baby. Hero Realms. There's a scripted version. Oh, this was a Kickstarter, chat. A Kickstarter. Oh, that's got 50. That's 50 life points. Oh boy. A Kickstarter. Auto market, restocking, click on the drawers to open close. Is there a newer version? Potion Explosion. That sounds like perfection back in the 90s. Or as I discovered last night, Jenga Quake. That is on there, by the way, though. Hero Realms is on there. Potion Explosion also on Tabletop Sim. Tabletop Sim's just worth it, guys. Perfection? I'm pretty sure it was called Perfection. Yeah, where you have the board that's on a timer, you crank it, you had to put the shapes into the right holes before the whole board popped in your face. I was right, it's called Perfection. That game infuriated me. Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. I don't know why I brought that up, I lost it. Anyways. That game started me on my warpath on wanting to be good at every game I play. Yeah, Potion Explosion's also on Tabletop Sim. It's just worth it. Keep it on your wish list. Wait for it to go on sale. Buy it for $5. You play. I've easily played hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars worth of games for $5. Hell, $22. If you just pay a normal price, $22 is just so much. You rely on the community, but like, yeah. Oh, Hero Realm Plus expansions exists. I don't know if it's scripted, but. Board Game Arena. I actually follow those guys. Haven't done anything with them, but I do follow them. I get some ideas. Oh, Star Realms is here. Look at that. Is this the scripted version? No, it's a digital version. Oh, there's some. Right. Well, you know what that means? Tabletop Appreciation Weekend 2023. Bring the list. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, it is all manual. So they did say, like, it is unfortunate if they could get someone to script it, they would, but, it does say manual. Those are the best ones. That's what I'm hoping mine's gonna be. I am a little concerned with the game that I'm building that it might be a bit dry because it becomes very repetitive really quickly. But that's what testing is for. If there's a better way of doing it, I'd rather do it like that. Ah, I see, Tim. Who's excited for the Mario trailer? I am. It is 4:05 p.m. What if we do it 4:05 because that's when it released? I don't remember when it actually. No, it releases in December, right? Yeah, and TwitchCon's on. Yay. Oh my god. Did you end up getting missile propulsion and eject button? If you're gonna play a lot of Luna, it's worth it because then you can play both. You can play both forward and goalie. Like, she's one of the few people I'd actually play in both roles. Eject button. That's fair. You don't need missile. I don't think I even have missile propulsion. I think I have the one that reduces the cooldown of primary. Eject button's very useful as goalie, though. That's how I make those, like, super risky, like, dive in and do it. I feel like having grains for lunch today, but I think I told myself I want to make soup. I don't want to put pasta in soup. I have soup to avoid grains. That's the point. Really happy soup's beginning to be full for the most part. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling being full. I also cook like a lot of soup. Liquid goodness. Ah, perfect form. Yeah. Perfect form. Yeah. Perfect form's good. My Juliet is like the Pokemon Unite build. It's just nothing but stacking. So I have well-fed stacks on stacks and the healing one. So there might be it's Tempo Swing, I believe. Tempo Swing. The healing one. Very brawly, one of my most successful builds and characters at the moment is Juliet. I think Luna's pretty good too. Like, I'm pretty good at Luna. It's a good snooze stopper where you can snipe it out of people's hands. And I'll take that, don't care. So you could set us some notes. That's fair. Yeah, Stella's and Juliet were available by default. Yeah, Dubu, if you're going to get something for Dubu, it's creator of large things or durable things, or both. One without the other is kind of weird, but also it still works. Like, personally, I would go for durable things first, and then larger things. That's just me. Oh my god, Tim. Yeah, Duba's a good goalie. Luna's a good goalie. Like, Luna's a good goalie more on more maps, but Duba really controls those lane maps. Ooh, nice. With Kai. I guess that one's split. I mean, the thing is, you only have three players, right? So, like, the brawlers, the bruisers should also be... I see what you're saying. Like, they should label the ones that are better at knocking out. But I think everybody in their own right has a way to knock out, right? Just because Era has one thing that can knock people out, it's a good thing. The tornado can, like, destroy someone. She's very much more of a support, but I think the idea is they don't label them as attacker or defender because everyone can be played everywhere and things can be interchangeable. I think the moment you start labeling them, because this is what happens, right? This is what happened with HOTS and with League and everything else like that. Once you start labeling a character as a role, then people see you playing them out of role, and they're like, well, you can't do that, but it's actually fine because you might be good enough at your rank to do it, or it might actually work. And then you have that problem of, like the big thing with League, right, where supports, like, top laners became supports, and they're like, but they were labeled to be in a top lane. Like, they weren't labeled, but they were, like, a bruiser and all this other stuff. And then, you know, something like Nautilus was a big example. Nautilus was released to be, I think, a jungler or a top laner, and was there, and then once they were nerfed, or they were nerfed a bit, they were nerfed to not be able to be solo laners, but they were a super good support, and now Nautilus is just support. And then they built that character and nerfed it to play as a support, which wasn't his original design. Talia was supposed to be a jungler or a mid laner, then she became a jungler for a while, and now she's like interchangeable, then they nerfed her to a mid lane, so they just made her like fit in this meta this way, and it's like, it warps a meta because they're like, well, we have to build it to nerf it in this meta, but then it also just like warps its entire original design and didn't hit the design. It's fine for people to have that creative way of turning a character into something, finding that way with it, right? But yeah, between tier lists and usage and stuff like that, I think labeling them just makes it more complicated. Build it the way they were supposed to be. Like in a game like Omega Strikers, build them as a player, give them a particular strength on a particular map, and just nerf numbers around that. Or buff numbers around that, right? X is a fantastic forward, not a good goalie. Does it mean he's bad in goalie? No, he's just not as good in goalie, but he could still do it. But they'll always build X around the idea of him bullying more. That's the idea. That's what they should be going for rather than fit a role. It's like fit your not fit a, like, do your job and design well, not your role well, I guess is what I want to say. Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, it's just like Unite. Sure, Cinderace sucks on the new map. Not where I play. Not at 1300 Masters. That's for sure. Yeah. Either way, I think I'm gonna call it here. My throat's hurting a bit. I gotta be able to talk a lot tonight because my throat is still not fully recovered from whatever I'm doing. Metamon's not the map. Oh, I know. People who blame the map, like, there has to be very specific things your Pokemon sucks at in the map, right? When they make map changes, like, yeah, it buffs and nerfs certain things, but Cinderace doesn't, like, people were blaming the map, and I'm like, yes, you are also the person who wanted Remote Stadium back because you wanted to snipe Zapdos and win that way. You wanted easy and really stupid ways to win. Hi, Chrono. Unfortunately, catch me at the end of stream because I'm not supposed to be live right now. I was live for the trailer. It looks really good. I'm going to get some stuff done before we're live again tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time when we're doing the I Wanna Be the Change. Oh, you were lurking. Awesome. Glad. I'm glad. Glad you didn't miss stuff. But yeah. I agree. I don't think it's a map. I don't think it's just a map thing because it's a ranged attacker. It will, if anything, could use the map a little bit better because it's a little more open, more things to go with it. But I think it's just the meta itself doesn't allow for it. And then next week, Clefable comes out. What does it matter on meta? Because that's going to be fucking busted. And Zoroark's going to be fucking busted. And then Sableye's going to be fucking busted. And we're going to get one patch note that nerfs Cramorant once again. Alright, let's find someone to raid around here. I think Calamity is live. We're going to raid into him because he is one of our 4 players tonight. It's going to be a fun time. Better nerf Cram. I can't believe he's still getting nerfed. Like, he's still really good. I think it's just people have actually figured out Cramorant, but I can't believe, like, man, Cram before is because they buffed his things. Then they gave him cooldown stuff. It's like, maybe the problem is the emblems. You ever think about that? The experience of the emblems? You idiots. You dummies. If you have my emotes. Here's the raid command. We rarely raid this guy because he's usually live when I'm live, so it's really funny that way. You know, take my video notes, put some tentacles around them, put a jacked email at the end. I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Pay attention to Twitter. Pay attention to Discord. Pay attention to I Want to Be the Change. It's going to be a fun 4 Thursdays. That's going to be basically like the second last event, I think, other than the Phasmophobia thing I'm trying to set up. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to tonight, so I hope you guys will join me for some late night viewing, some dinner, maybe some pre-bed viewing and stuff like that. Take care. Thank you for everybody who supports me on Patreon. Once again, thank you to everybody who supported me throughout September. We got to $79 in total. Spectacular work, everyone. Thank you once again for making this content possible and for making a change over at Sick Kids Hospital and beyond. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tonight. Peace.